Switch the order, go to Josh. Sam gets to pick a category between these three. Would you like 4-letter word?
This is a HeadGum podcast.
This episode of All Fantasy Everything is brought to you by Yellowbird. Homegrown in Austin, Texas, Yellowbird classic hot sauces include 5 different flavors that are packed with farm-fresh ingredients and 0 artificial additives, made daily, and they're not...
I'm David Borey. Or in the short, on today's episode, we're drafting things to do with $10. Because there's a lot of us right now who only have about $10. Our special guest today is comedian Sam Talent. You may have seen him perform on the Chris Gethard Show or in the short film, The Lot. His new podcast, Chubby Behemoth, is coming out soon, and his new book, Running the Light, is available at samtalent.com. As always, joining us are close friends and comedians Sean Jordan and David Borey. Let's get into it. Welcome to another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything. The podcast that is reclining on its bed right now because it aggravated its sciatic nerve.
I was saying you look like that Persian kitty that you drafted a couple weeks ago.
You're one step fell out of your wheelchair.
Like you're just ready to dish with the gals.
That's exactly what it is. Can I get a little heel kick in the background?
Are your legs crossed behind you?
They are now. Yeah, absolutely.
I do it.
And now they're crossed a different way. And now they're crossed the original way again. It's getting sexy in here.
I like it, man. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in for the whole ride, babe.
Dude, you look so much more like a skateboarder than I think any time in the time I've known you. And you've always been a skateboarder.
Dude,
but it's like the haircut, I think the weight loss, dude.
Yeah, I've been.
I think it's the stretched out neck of his t-shirt.
It's the stretched out neck of the t-shirt.
It's like it's been folded over a helmet.
Like I've been chewing on it. Oh.
Yeah.
Watching other people drop into the bowl.
Dude, I gotta tell you guys this shit. I got like vibed out by some tough guy at the park the other day.
I don't know what that means.
It means he was like you get in the context, like he was clocking me hard. So I get there. It was in the Tron, by the way. Ian, you're probably related to him somehow. So I get to the Tron, and there's 2 girls on roller skates, and like they were very attractive. One of them was all tatted up.
My tough guy. That's a loose definition here.
So these girls told me to leave, and I was like, whatever, tough guy, and I got out of here. They vibed me. So these girls are on roller skates. They're attractive. One of them's all tatted up, like Portland style. And I see this dude right when I get there, and he stands up, and I could just tell, I'm like, oh, you're probably a dick. And then like a big cloud of smoke puffed out of his face. Nothing against smoking weed or whatever, but he did it like an asshole, and I'm like, all right. So I roll up, and the first thing I do is I get to the ramp, and he gets up there, and he goes to this girl, and this is exactly what he says. He's like, yeah, I know you're not really feeling talking to anyone right now, but check this out. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, he's been talking to her all day. She's not talking back, as a cue to be like, shut the fuck up, and he just wasn't taking it. So then I was like, all right. So I kind of looked at him a little bit, and he's definitely gnarlier than I am.
Wait, what did he do when he said, check this out? Did he do it?
No, he did a trick that I almost went and did right in front of him.
You did that taking the front of your finger thing off? That little magic trick? You know, you tuck your thumb in?
I've been peeping you in this club all night.
They both have Pokemon tattoos. Be like, yeah, check it out. So he drops in, and then he goes over, and I hear her go to her friend. She's like, God, he's been talking to me all fucking day. It's like, dude, stop, you know? So I just looked at him a little bit, just to kind of see, like, what happens if something happens. Nothing in my mind. Anyway, so he goes to his car, and he takes his shirt off, and he comes back, and he sits down, and he lights up a blunt, and he's just staring at me, and I'm like, bummer.
What time of day is this?
This is like 7 p.m. And so I hung out until I saw some other dudes come up. Not like anybody needs guys to protect him, but I just didn't want to leave a situation unattended. There were tons of kids there, but, you know. So anyway, these 2 dudes came up, and I was like, all right. And then I dipped, because the dude was, like, looking at me as if he was going to solve the problem on me. Because, I don't think he was looking to do anything, but he kept staring at him. And it was just a shitty situation, because I was like, damn, aren't we all supposed to be chilling right now?
Who smokes a blunt and then gets angrier?
I don't know, man. Gnarly dudes. That's what you're
It's
saying.
happening.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
He probably thought that you were the girl's father there to pick them up.
That could have been it. That could
Yeah,
definitely
no,
be
Daddy's
it.
here to cock block.
Jasmine, get the Forerunner, Jasmine.
Jasmine.
We're losing money. We're losing money, Jasmine. All right, I gotta get back to work.
You name your daughter Girl after the skateboarding brand. It's feminine. It's skateboarding.
World Industries, get in the van.
Yeah, but I guess the point is I have been skating a bunch and it's fun.
Did part of you consider ollieing over him?
We should have done a Christ stare over his bald head.
Yeah, dude. Christ there right over his ass.
All right, taking notes. I'll do it, babes. Babes, I say babes.
Did you call us babes?
Babes.
Later, babes.
Yeah.
That garage went straight to your head. Sean's coming to us from some kind of bunker somewhere
Yeah.
deep in inland Oregon right now.
The lab.
He's surrounded by multicultural bandanas, and there's a fireplace that has nothing in it.
Is there a fireplace down there?
Yeah, Laura's trying to make it into. She's trying to help me church it up, which I'm digging. She put like a fireplace mantle, and then put like a pad on there to like that would look like a fire, and then she put some like a board, and then the Val Kilmer doll that someone sent me, and then the Shaklackety thing that I just showed you guys.
Oh hell yeah!
Wait, so this is like your man cave?
It's the lab, bro. This is where I
You got
come
some,
put
you got
shit
some
down.
jerky in there or what?
I got about 12 pairs of shoes that I've purchased since this quarantine. And
It looks like a gender-neutral cave.
Yeah, it's a boy cave.
because of all the bands.
Yeah, gender-
It's a cave, is what it is. Okay. And there's a green bandana if I want to be a Latin king, and a purple bandana if I want to be Grape Street, and then pink, whatever pink is, and I got them all. I want to be in the pink
I think
ladies.
pink is if you want to be a part of the Susan G. Komen Breast Foundation.
The first gang.
Yeah, those are the scariest girls on the block.
Yeah, man. Fuck you want. They've been through it.
They've seen death.
Yeah.
They persevered.
Yeah, dude, out here.
Did you wear the
Gang,
wrong
I
bandana
think-
to the skate park? Is that the issue?
That might have been it.
He did
That
wear.
might
It
have
was a
been.
yellow day. He wore a green.
Flying the wrong flag.
Yeah, I wore the Wednesday bandeezy on the Monday.
We've all been
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Have we?
Were the girls doing roller skating tricks?
Dude, even dropping in on roller skates would be tricky, man. I don't know how you do it, but
Wait, yeah. What were they doing on? Don't
That's
you
fucking
hate
two
roll?
scoops and not answering my question, dude. Did they do any tricks?
not that I saw.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned, doing anything on wheels is an amazing trip.
Yeah.
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 I can glide on rollerblades.
Nice.
It looks pretty cool.
I got video footage of that house
Yeah.
or the street. Dude, it's so funny to think back on that. Like with the neighbors at the time, if they were looking, I bet they were just like, "This dude is the opposite of us."
bunch of Armenians just watching me in a tank top
And a bucket hat, a flower
in a bucket hat. Yeah.
Zach and I like laughing almost as hard as we were laughing at the fucking turtles at you rollerblading down the street.
Floating down the street.
Wait,
You
can
had
you
your
roll
arms
like
out,
backwards?
I can roll down that way.
That's how you know. That's the test, right?
Yeah.
One of the tests. There's a series. It's like the Jedi trials. You don't.
That was in the presidential fitness exam.
God.
Rollerblade frontwards, rollerblade backward, attempt one pull up. I've never done a pull up in my entire life.
Me either, brother. Having to hang there when you're 13.
Oh my god.
You got some angry gym teacher like with the stop clock, like 5, 4. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was brutal.
Keep counting, fucking Coach Phillips. I'm not gonna do one.
Getting
Or the
you in
rope.
more and more fights the
the
louder he
rope.
gets, you're like, all you're doing is making me have to stick up for myself in the locker room more now.
I could have done the rope if I was pulling something down that it was attached to. It was more likely that I would.
Yeah, if it was some kind of pulley and a lever.
There's
Yeah, how
three
come they
equal
didn't have
tests.
the horizontal ropes back then? You
Give me
see,
that
everybody
shit.
does the horizontal ropes now.
Oh yeah, David,
Yeah.
you would have crushed the horizontal ropes.
I would have crushed the horizontal
That's
ropes.
what was stopping you. Was
I've
the
definitely
verticality
seen
of
the
rope.
intro to Ballers, David. I do know what horizontal ropes are.
Haters in the building.
Kane is in the building?
Yeah, it's Kane, but it's haters.
You know what I
Haters
did
are
one
also in the
time?
building.
I'm so buck. I kicked Kane out of the building, dude.
You're
What the
not allowed
fuck
to
are
do
you
that.
talking
Yeah,
about?
dude. Fucking crazy, bruh.
It's Kane's building. All right, man. Fuck,
You let Abel stay?
Huh?
You let Abel stay? That's a biblical reference.
Oh, I
Cain and
don't-
Abel.
No, I don't read.
Well, the Bible's pretty important to most of modern literature. If you want to check it out.
I read the
Just dig
Bible
into
once.
it.
And I read a
Nice.
book on ICP once. And on Motley Crue. And on Tucky.
Are those your books? ICP Tookie in the Bible?
It wasn't Tucky, it was Monster Cody Scott. So it was Monster Cody Scott.
Oh, yeah, I have that book.
ICP Tookie in the Bible is also his pilot that he's been working on.
And my band before any of them were a band. So, yeah. ICP Tucky in the Bible. Oh my gosh, those are
Abraham, Martin, and John, dude.
3 different masks, I'll tell you.
That guy who's read those books is Sean S. Jordan on Twitter. Sean Cougar Mellon Jordan on Instagram.
You're the king, the transition king.
There it is, dude. I'm transitioning like Sean in a skate park. That the transition's a move, right?
Yeah,
Where you go from the bowl to the street.
It's tricky because if you hear skateboarders talk, they call it they say tranny. So when you hear a skateboarder talk, if you hear the right thing, you'll be like, yeah, the tranny sucked, and you're like, can we just say transition? Can we just say that for everyone who doesn't know?
But that's going to get confusing because then they think they're talking about their transition lenses that they all wear. You guys love a transition lens, right?
Yeah.
Indoor, outdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't be getting the sun in your eyes if you got glasses on. That's just crazy.
Hey, you can't be like laden down with an extra pair of glasses when you're skateboarding.
When you're shredding, shrouping, thrashing.
What was that second one you said?
Shrouping.
Shrouping.
Isn't shrouping like a breakfast food you can only get in Philadelphia?
I thought it was a war crime committed against Native Americans.
I think Smith is the one who, as far as I know, he's the one that pioneered shrouping, so good on you,
You're thinking of
Smith.
Scrapple, Ian, which is a delightful breakfast mud pie. It's so
Oh, yeah, that's that
I love
Philip,
Scrapple.
that's that Pennsylvania shit.
Yeah, it's just pretty much like snouts and hooves.
Yeah. I ate some. What is it? Scrapple is what it's called.
Scrapple.
I ate some Scrapple after the Philadelphia show. After we did karaoke, then I went out for breakfast and had Scrapple. Then
You remember that?
Yeah.
I remember going.
I remember you fucking singing a Bonnie Raitt song too. Which one was it?
Oh, man. Not at the... I don't remember that
Something
diner.
to talk
really.
about, I think.
At that diner, I got flashes of, like... I remember trying to get that hotel room for 7 hours. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Super wasted. Like, no, we need 2 rooms because I'm a good friend. And the guy was like, just give me your credit card. And I was like, I don't think you fucking get it. We're on tour, man.
Just
I need
all
another
the shit
room.
he's not asking. You're like, bro, I could afford another room. I know, Mr. Bory, we'll get you one. I said I have the money.
Sir, we need
What
a
I
credit
said.
card. This is a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon.
I'm all caught up in Bouillon right now. Are you asking me for a credit card?
Why don't you pick a room and send it room service on me? I have the money, sir. Give
Can I
me
take this pen? Can I have this pen?
Yes,
it
you
was-
can. Well, I don't care. I'm taking it because I
The last
have
4
the money.
digits are we sold out DC. Those are the last 4 digits, all right?
I have the means to do it.
Listen, I don't give a shit about Philadelphia, all right? I'll sleep on the fucking street, brother.
The city of Brotherly, I have the money, so
Yeah.
give me a room.
Philadelphia, Philemon, love, I know it. Do you?
I'll break it down.
You're a fucking hack. You fucking prop comic.
Rocky Balboa, give me another room. I have the money.
Yeah, that was basically the Philly episode for everybody who wanted us to
Everyone
release
wants
it.
to hear it. There, you just heard
That's
it.
pretty much exactly what happened.
It's coming out. We're gonna drop it next week though, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, right after
go-
detox.
Yeah, it's coming out right after. As soon as Dre drops Detox, we'll put out the Philly episode. Sean,
Yeah.
what have you got going on, man? Other than not getting into fights at skate parks.
I have an album on a Special Thing Records. You can download it, or you can buy it, or you can stream it. And I also just got more flasks. So if you want one, DM me, and I'll send you one for gentleman's $26. Unless you're in Canada.
That's the would you say that's the flasking price?
Yeah, I just said that's the general flasking price.
That's a nice
Yeah.
flask fee.
Yeah. If you flask me for one and you're in the Great North, it's gonna cost about $100. So
Yeah.
it costs. You know, I've never
Is
tried
that what
to
it
ship.
costs to ship shit to
Dude,
Canada?
it's
It's
I
insane.
asked this girl at UPS, and her eyes, she's like, "Oh, $80," and I was like, "Are you serious for this?" She's like, "Yeah," and then they might have a fee to get it because sometimes you have to pay an extra fee on top of that, and everybody hates us right now, so they probably don't want it. So
And
you know,
for every unit you sell and ship yourself, you're going to have to fill out a customs form.
yeah,
Which,
and then I'm on
when
the
you ask
grid,
for
which
a
I
customs form at the post office, they pull out a gun and they blow their head off. That's where so many postal workers have gone postal because of customs forms.
That's honestly flasking too much of our Canadian listeners.
Yeah.
That's good to know, though, for those of us in the States. We got a lot of bullshit to deal with right now, so you need that flask, so pick that up. The G is silent on Twitter.
Hey.
Cool Guy Jokes 87 on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
David Bory in the streets.
Yep.
What's the... Oh, Tay Biggs? Is that the...
Tay
nickname?
Biggs in the sheets, dude.
In the
Was that
sheets?
mine? Did I
That's
say
yours.
I think you said Tay
Oh,
Biggs.
that's dope that I said that. Cool,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Tay Biggs.
Taraji P. Henson.
Taraji
Tay
P.
Biggs.
Henson. There's a lot. Yeah,
Tay Biggs,
I'm doing.
Tay Biggs is the best, man. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm doing fine. I don't
Nice.
have anything to promote,
Yeah.
but listen to some stuff and watch some stuff, and you may see my voice soon.
I love
There it
that.
is.
Sam's here, so I've been promoting his book. Buy Sam's book. Yeah.
The next book I'm going to read, I'm stoked. Unless I get that MS-13 book first.
Which MS-13 book? The
I
one
don't know,
about
I just-
Mexico?
I looked for, it's not the most popular reviewed one, but I looked for whatever they had in the library next to us, and it's like allegedly the second best MS-13 book. I don't have a library card, surprise, surprise, so the Queen is waiting for it for me.
Well, then that's on the grid, too, dude. So it's like you
That's
can't
on
pick
my
and choose
grid,
how
though.
you're
They're
on
going
the
to be
grid.
like, whoa, MS-13, this girl's gnarly.
Wait, why don't you have a library card? They give literally anyone a library card.
I think I got one when I was 8.
I ain't been for a while.
They give children.
Yeah, they give people without addresses library cards.
Well,
Did they deny you? Did you try to get one?
You pretty
Get a
much
credit
just
check?
have to be alive.
yeah, I didn't try to get one. I mean, it's a little hot in my corner right now. How'd this happen?
I had nothing to promote, so I had to deflect.
We just
That's
got
right.
central AC, and somehow I'm warm in the house. So Sam's here, right?
There's no test. There's no test. They're not going to ask you, like, who wrote Catcher in the Rye or whatever. You just get one.
I just have to go in and flask them, and they'll give it to me.
If you flask, they'll give it to you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I better wash your ass first.
Hey!
You gotta wash your ass if you want a library card. I'll tell you that,
All right,
Sammy.
we're putting too much on it now.
Sam Sean's becoming a wash your ass comedian. That's his, like, catchphrase.
I love
That's
a good catchphrase, Sean. I'm
Yeah.
all for it, pal.
Yeah. Next comedy festival we have in Denver. You better wash your ass.
2024.
the whole crowd better wash their ass.
2024. The days of a not fully gray beard will be of a bygone era, my friend.
Oh, are you I think you should start putting that really dark black just for men.
Oh, dude, have I told you this, or did you just say that? It's a bit. I threaten Laura with it all the time, where I'm like, one of these days I will have a jet black beard, and it's gonna be
You should
a
do
day.
You know,
I'm going
like
to.
Alan Rickman and Die Hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jet black. But the rest is all gonna stay the same. And I'm like, it's gonna be a day where we're gonna see people. Not like important. It's not gonna be like our wedding day, but you're gonna be bummed that I have it, and I'm going to do it. I'm never gonna bring it up, and I'm just gonna have a jet black beard in front of your friends. Like, when I meet her friends and she wants to be like, look at, isn't Sean cute? And I'll be like, jet black beard, Laura.
Is that what
You'll
marriage is
you'll
like?
spend all day talking about Chechnya with your jet black beard.
Yeah, this is my fiance, the devil himself.
I'll have like a half-empty bottle of vodka with one shot glass in front of my raw steak that I'm eating for dinner.
There it is. Sam Talent is here. Sam
Hey,
Talent
everybody.
with 2 L's on Instagram.
Yep.
And you've got a couple things to promote. Why don't you tell us about them?
Well, before I get into it, I just want to
Please.
say thank you to the All Fantasy Everything fans.
All fantasy, everyone. I like it.
Yeah, All
Fantasy
Fantasy
everyone.
everywhere. Yeah, the AFE fans have been so kind to me. The only nice part of the internet with my name on it is the All Fantasy Everything subreddit. So just thank you guys for being nice in a bleak and heartless, soulless void of a world.
I
The
like
other
it.
part is white supremacy zines.
Yeah, well,
They love you.
I do. They never yell at their editor.
A lot of
If they want to get published, they got to be nice,
A lot of
the
deep,
hierarchy, for God's sake.
a lot of deep Idaho shit going on.
I went deep Idaho for a brief period.
Yeah, but buy my book. I'm promoting my book on samtalent.com, Running the Light. Kanane wrote the foreword. David likes it, so that means you guys all have to like it too.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh
So
yeah,
good.
sick.
There's just enough hate speech in there to make it interesting.
Good.
Is there a Patreon level that you have where you will read it to me?
I don't have a Patreon, man. I
Is there a dollar
I like
amount?
to do one job and receive pay for it. I don't like to, keep my hand out there.
Oh no, you don't like to have your hands in many different businesses?
No,
That's
I do,
how
dude.
we're-
I'm kidding.
That's how we're gonna start.
I'm also
A
I'm
burgeoning
launching
shrimp farmer.
I am here to announce that I'm opening a shrimp farm. So if you guys need any shrimp in about 150 days, hit me up. I'll be going wholesale.
You're opening is this real? Are you opening a shrimp farm?
Yeah, man, we got
Yeah.
the permits. I'm opening a shrimp farm with my brother-in-law and my strange scientist friend, and we're gonna have shrimp.
Is that how you describe Jetsicon to people?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, I mean, there's pharmacy sciences.
I mean, he's a double doctorate from School of Mines. He has a doctorate in
School of
robotics
Mines,
and
Rapid
AI.
City, South Dakota School of Mines?
No, the good one.
Don't let's not go down the road, bud. Let's
Yeah.
not go
It's
down
not
that
what
road.
Jay said to Nas.
It's mine school beef.
Yeah, it's school.
Yeah, not the School of Mimes that you guys have.
Now,
School
Sam,
of Mines in Golden, Colorado. Home of
All right,
Coors.
Sam.
Have
Okay.
I heard of it?
I'm remembering all this stuff, bro. All of it.
He's gonna make eye contact with you at a skate park, dude.
Yeah.
If you're not careful.
Then I'm going to see two other guys and convince myself that they'll solve the problem and then run away.
Hand off the baton because the Avengers showed up. I didn't even know you could farm shrimp. Where is it happening?
It's happening in an indoor facility somewhere in rural Colorado.
Ah, that's where I want all my seafood from.
Yeah.
I feel like that has never been said about seafood before. It's fun.
Well, we're also selling the eggs, so if anyone needs any larval shrimp, let us know. We got those on.
You came to the right place.
You had my
Everybody who
interest,
listens
now you
to-
have my attention.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's where the money is. The demand for shrimp is not met by the supply, so.
If you
we're
knew
filling
how
the
many
hole.
times I've heard him say that since we were in the 9th grade.
Usually I'm pounding a table or holding a rifle. So this is a lot less violent.
Yeah, this is really the calmest it's ever come out.
I
Yeah.
fucking love shrimp, man. I love this for you.
Yeah, man. Shrimp. You guys want to invest, I can set you up with a shrimp facility. That's where the money is, man. Is we're gonna start making the facilities eventually, and that's when we get rich.
Oh.
He's a shrimp franchiser. He's like the
That's
McDonald's of shrimp.
Yeah. I'm the crustacean kingpin.
We don't want to start out all shrimp everything because we don't want to compete with your shrimp business, but perhaps we could get into some sort of other aquatic food based business as a podcast.
Well, mollusks are big, crawdads, you know. But yeah, just stay out of the shrimp game.
Crawl fantasy everything?
Not bad. I mean,
We do it 2 or 3 Patreon cycles? It's not, I know, it's not great.
Can we
We might not crack this shell right now. Mall fantasy?
mall
everything?
fantasy everything? Like mall,
Mall-
I think it's you take it back to the writer's room.
Okay, yeah. We'll whiteboard it.
Stay one.
And my name is Ian Carmel. Ian Carmel on Twitter. Ian Carmel on Instagram. Ian Carmel on Jewish. Oh boy, I should have.
Have you done Hinge? Is Jewish Hinge?
is it Latka
Hinge
fish?
Sucks. Jewish Hinge though. Let's say it. I'm on Jewish Ginge. Looking for Minge on Ginge. I do not enjoy Hinge of all the dating apps, which is crazy because I've heard other people like it.
Which one's Hinge?
Hinge is just one of the. I don't know.
Just one of
It's
them.
the
Yeah.
one where you set up a street fight.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. I've been on Hinge since way back then.
Yeah.
The
Before
girl gets
apps.
to pick the weapons, and then you show up.
Yeah, you pick the location.
Yeah.
Have you done lots of gefilte fish?
I haven't. That's
Plenty of gefilte fish?
a fucking great idea. No, I have literally been on JSwipe, which is like the Jewish Tinder, and I found that to be a bit much.
God, there's lots of gefilte fish in the sea. I just got it. That's awesome.
I have nothing to promote, nothing to declare. By the time this comes out, the last episode of Game On will have aired, so thank you for watching it. Maybe we'll get to do more. Who knows? I have no idea. But either way, it was super fun, and thank you for watching it. Listen to All Fantasy Everything. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of it, dude.
That's
I like how
enough.
you said that's kind of it when you're promoting your television show. Not really nothing going on. The last episode of my television show is airing.
Oh, just this old thing.
Yeah.
my network television show, but other than that, it's pretty quiet. That's fucking it. Oh, here's the thing. When I was in Portland, I felt like sort of a tightness in my chest when I had driven up to Portland, and like then it kind of went away, and then I was like, oh, that's kind of concerning. It didn't hurt, but it was like a tightness, and I didn't do anything. Sean, we hung out. You know, we had some drinks, and then I had like some chicken wings, and I woke up the next morning at like 5 a.m. with like my heart racing, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I went to the doctor later that day, and I had like very high blood pressure, and now please don't worry, I've got it all under control. It's dropped like so many points. I'm on some light medication and changed my diet and all that stuff, and like I feel way better. But it's a kind of thing I had like known was an issue for a while, and like had just sort of stuck my head in the sand and was ignoring, and now just being like 2-3 weeks out from that and already feeling like so much better and seeing like my numbers go like way down to where now they're in like a healthy level and everything. I just want to encourage everyone, if you're kind of on the fence, if you've got like something like this, and I know this is like hard to say because like people's healthcare availability in this fucking country is like,
if you have the means,
is tough. If you have the means, or even if you like, I don't know, I just want to encourage people to like go get that thing checked out. It's so worth it, and like when you hide from it, it'll find you eventually if you don't go find it. So like yeah, I'm feeling way better. I don't want to you don't have to worry about me or anything like that, except for my sciatic nerve, which I think has more to do with Judaism than my weight. But yeah, I just want to encourage everyone to like look into that thing.
Jewish?
100% bar mitzvah and everything.
damn, you washed his ass for him, dude.
It was, I think when you're like, especially, I know there's like some other like thicker dudes and women too probably who listen to this, and it can be like very scary and intimidating to go to doctors because they're often very condescending pricks, and they're like, have you tried losing weight? I'm like, yeah, every day forever I've tried losing. What the fuck are you talking about? But like, you can find doctors who are empathetic, and even if they're not, like, confronting that shit, you will feel so much better about it. And I already feel so much better about it. So that's
Did you get a COVID test?
I did get a COVID test.
In the
It took
nose?
15 days. I got the result. I got the, in the nose. It took 15 days to get my results. I got
Did
them
you cry?
today. I teared up a little bit. Yeah.
Me too.
It doesn't hurt, right? It just feels weird.
It does. I mean, it feels weird. I would classify the way that feels as hurts.
It hurts. Yeah.
Your
It's
eyes
not
are going
pleasant.
water.
It's
Yeah.
not a walk in the park.
No, it sucks.
It's not refreshing.
It sucks for like 3 seconds, and then like my eyes watered like most of the day afterward.
Yeah.
But
I'll say this too. On that note, there a lot of hospitals, most hospitals, especially if they're a public hospital, have clinics you can go to. And even if you don't have, they have a sliding scale system. My wife is in her first year residency. She's working in one of these clinics most days of the week. So yeah, don't be afraid. Like, they do want to help you, and Medicaid's
Yeah.
not that hard to get on. So yeah, way to go, Ian. Way to take your own health into your hands.
thank you.
It's scary, man.
It's mad scary. It was. That's what it was. It was scary for like a day or two. You know what I mean? And like, but then it feels. Then like the medication starts working, and your behavioral changes start working, and like, it just. I don't know. It feels really good, and I know like I was the person on the other side of that for a long time, and and still am on some things, but like it just feels so much better to address it. So
And it does suck going to the doctor as more of a porcine or corpulent human being,
yeah.
because they're like, oh, you're a big fat pig. Did you know that?
Scene?
Yeah.
That's
Did you
exactly
just
what
call
they do.
yourself a poor scene?
Yeah, porcine means piggish.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know what
you
it
are,
means.
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never heard anyone to say that.
Sean's the only other person I've ever heard say that.
That's hilarious, dude.
Well, that was the name of his mixtape was The Porcine Dream. Yeah.
That sounds like a
Doctors just
nickname
look
for
at you
Riff
and they're
Raff.
like, oh, you're afraid for your health? Why haven't you done literally anything to prevent that fear? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Fuck, I'm here right now. Yeah, you are, you fat little pig. I'm gonna get some blood. How long until it stops being gravy and starts turning into blood?
Yeah. Instead of putting the tongue depressor in your mouth, they put an apple in there.
It's always been on because it's my fault with the doctor, where it's like, I'll tell them how many drinks I have per week, and they're like, well, first thing, let's say you didn't have 30, and I'm like, well, let's say I do. Then is there another way to pick? I've since tried to curb that, but like 10 years ago when I'd go and I'd be like, for real, probably 40 or 50 drinks a week, and they're like, well, I'll tell you what, dude, chill it out. And that's always the like when someone's sick or whatever, especially my friends back in the day, I'd be like, I can tell you what it is. It's getting shit-faced every night. That's I'll tell you right now. But since I've stopped, I'm going to the dermatologist this week. I made a dermatology appointment because I have a little bump on my shoulder that I'm like, you know what? Go in. See, have it looked at. I'm sure it's nothing, but it's like, I'm doing it, you know?
It's probably some wing sprouting, you fucking angel.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
I love you too. It's that kind of podcast, folks, the kind where we love each other. Now, we are gathered here today not only to talk about going to get, potential medical ailments diagnosed and addressed, but also to draft things that you would do with $10. The best things to do with $10 American currency. And the way we determine the order of that draft is through a rollicking game of rock, paper, scissors played between the three of you. And we throw on shoot. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
Oh, say a word.
Sean wins!
Say
Sean
a
rode the snail.
word.
Good strategy.
Sean Gray Dawson stepping up to the plate, dude.
Say a word, bruh.
Sean, as the winner of Rock, Paper, Scissors, it is incumbent upon you to determine the order of today's draft. But before you do that, I will remind you it is a serpentine draft.
And what is that?
That's a great question, David.
It's sort of back and forth, kind of like if you were to start a phrase and then just go backwards with the phrase. So like, Peter picked a pack of pickled peppers, pickled of pack a picked Peter picked a pack of pickled peppers, pickled of pack a picked Peter picked a pack of pickled peppers. It just kind of back and forth like that.
What?
That was pretty dope, huh?
Yeah, man.
Wasn't that dope?
It was really cool. I liked it a lot. Basically, what it means is if you pick
I
in the
did
first
not.
round,
Yeah,
you
he's
first
speaking
in the
his
You
second
mind.
did,
round.
David. Don't you lie.
I
you
thought you
motherfucker.
stroked out for a minute.
I'm gonna see you
I
in
don't
a
know
week.
what
I'll
the-
stroke out. I got you stroke out swinging.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Means I'm gonna feed off my
pick it
couch.
up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Now, let's taste, hey. Now, let's taste, hey. You gotta
And in
pick a
this
pickle peppers
corner,
here.
Be rabbit. That was me.
Whoa, dude.
That was. What did you just say? You were at an 8 Mile?
I was being B Rabbit. Am I alone in that my first open mic that I ever did, I wanted to do an 8 Mile joke about how I got up and I was going to say, like, this is my
I am a
B
bum.
Rabbit moment.
Whoa.
Those
You
dudes
are
who aren't
alone.
here did fuck my girl.
Maybe not alone, but maybe alone in here.
Yeah.
Here for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I
I
never
was
been
going
more
to
alone.
tear the roof off the place when I was like, no, you got it. Just act like it's 8 Mile, but it's stand-up instead of rapping. I did
I
not
wanted
do
to
it.
do like NPR jokes and shit like that, And
Yeah,
succeeded.
wait, don't smell me.
Yeah. That's what Sean, with that knowledge firmly in your brain, what will the order of today's draft be?
Sam, you're going first.
Okay, thank you, Sean.
Your idea. I'm
No,
gonna
I
go
had a different
second.
idea, and it was shot
Oh,
down. And
yeah.
then David gave me a list.
Because you're a bummer. I'm going to go second. David's third. Ian's fourth.
Third corner.
Alright, third I can do.
Sam, you have the first pick in the things I do with $10 all fitness everything draft, which we'll get to right after this short break.
Let me ask you a question. Reviews. This is COD clean 20 ingredient than ever interfering with your leave your house.
That was a premonition of something to come. Yeah. We're it. This is fucking it.
This
Hey,
is
Ian.
fucking it.
Will you do me a favor and say a sentence and then say bees like you did in the superpowers draft one? It was really making me giggle the other day.
Yeah, absolutely, I will. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have Radicchio in your salad bar? I come to your salad bar, I already paid $13. I understand it's non-refundable, but there's no Radicchio at all. That's an interesting business. Peace!
I was dying the other day walking around Reed College thinking about that.
You were walking
like
around Reed College the other day?
I walk
He's a
around all
professor
day,
now.
man. They're going to make it, unless you go to school there, you can't walk around there starting August 3rd, and I'm bummed. That's where I've been
Really?
seeing all the owls and beavers. And the frickin' river otter that we saw.
You saw an otter?
Yeah, we saw a river otter like a month and a
You
half
oughta
ago.
told me. You didn't tell me shit?
Yeah.
Is this the gay slang otter?
I hope so.
I don't know. I didn't ask. I don't care about that sort of
he
thing.
was looking in the mirror.
Yeah. Are you hairy enough to be an otter? I think you are, actually.
Oh, what's an otter? Someone told me I was a twink back in the day, and then I found buffalo wings, and I was no longer a twink.
An otter is like a skinnier bear.
Like a skinnier
I think.
bear. I'm pretty
Yeah.
hairy. I have it's hairy for sure. So yeah, I'll be an otter, sure.
There's no shame in it. I think it might be the most desirable sub-phenotype.
Okay.
I think
yeah,
you're
I'll
hot
be
as
an otter.
fuck, dude. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
everybody in here is a drop dead gorgeous.
Sean,
I wish
did
I had
you, did you say you quit drinking?
It's people are saying that I don't want to say I quit. I just haven't drank in like 4 months. I did when Ian was here. I had a couple and I was plowed.
Yeah.
I
it didn't
got
take long.
back home. I stopped when I was riding the bike home because I'm like, dude, it's the middle of the day and I'm gonna get hit by a car. I was like wobbling. So I stopped at Plaid and I wolfed down a sandwich and some Starburst because I was like, maybe my blood sugar's low. I don't know. And then I get home and Laura's like, almost immediately, she's like, you have a few drinks? And I was like, yeah. She's like, you just seem different. I was like, yeah, shit-faced, I think, somehow. But
I had
Yeah.
like 3 beers and a shot with Sharpie on Saturday, and I was like fucked up.
yeah.
It's good. It's good that we've reset our systems.
I forgot
Totally,
to.
dude.
I
That's
forgot
what I was thinking. Like, I mean, I've been skating every day, and like the level of skating you can do for me, when I'm not hungover because
when
I'm
you're
almost
not
40.
drunk.
Yeah, you can do tricks again, and then I'm like, that is more fun to me than being drunk at night. Like getting up and being able to do tricks on a skateboard is more fun than partying. And I'm like, what am I gonna drink down here? Just get shit faced in the bunker? Like, you know.
I hope not.
A lot of people would. A lot
I know,
of people
that's
would.
what-
You're not, which is great.
That'd be a different podcast.
You'd be doing different kinds of tricks, bro.
Yeah, turning them.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, I brought it up because you just look really good, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you look. There's more color in your face, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't like an active decision, but it just kind of happened this way. Like, I've always wanted to balance it. Like, I'm realistic, and I don't ever want to be the person who's like, I'm never going to drink again. But I also don't need, like, Adam's always called me on this. Like, if I stay at his house when I'm in Denver, and he's like, you'll just get up and take, like, 3 shots of whiskey right before you go to bed. Like, the second before I go to bed. And he's right, I would do that. And I'm like, I don't need to do that. Drink when there's a reason to, like if I'm around my friends and I want to have a couple. And it's fine. And then don't feel compelled to do it just because it's a Friday or whatever. Because that's what it was for a long time. Like, it's Friday or Saturday, I'm like, I have to. I have been doing this for 20 years, so I can't just not. And then you're like, yeah, you can. You can go to bed at 9 o'clock on a Saturday if you want. It's dope.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
I
yeah,
just
dude.
finished watching Belly again.
It's the 10th time I've watched it this month.
And I text David every single time. Like,
You do
"Yes."
text me a lot. A lot of our texts are like, "Hey man, I'm watching Belly," but it's like at the most off-brand times. It's like
Last time I did it-
Tuesday, 8:45 a.m. All right, man.
Last time I did it was when Tori and Amy were having the baby, and I was house sitting, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get some beers. I'm gonna watch Belly. I texted David. I let him know. And then I was like, can I call you later? Like, just setting up my whole night. Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
watch
went to
Belly,
bed
I'll be
early,
drunk,
though.
and I want to talk to David afterwards.
Did you want to talk about Belly?
Yeah, kind of. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I was
There's a lot
thinking
of
this
stuff
the
to
other
get
day.
to the bottom of.
Belly and The Lion King, to me, have the best intros of 2 movies ever, and that's probably the only 2 things you're going to find in common with Belly and The Lion King. But the intros to those
They're
movies are
both
both
Hype Williams joints.
perfect. Yeah, they are.
So that's like,
David, by the way, I just go puffed you some camera degreaser. It should be there soon.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
It means he's standing outside.
Sam, we should draft. I forgot.
Oh,
we
I got
can
to do
draft.
other stuff.
We could draft it.
Things to do at $10.
I want to take this one early because I
Yeah.
feel like it's probably on everyone's draft board. So I'm going to go with Put It All on Black.
Ah, damn it.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Walk in that casino, take that $10 bill, slap it on the table, have the guy yell at you because you don't have the correct chips,
Yep.
get the chips from the dealer, slap it on black, get rich. Or don't go home for a couple days because that was your last
Or
$10.
die trying is the
Yeah.
actually what you want to do.
I had misunderstood. I thought you meant give it to Wesley Snipes and see what your return on investment is.
Oh, bad.
He doesn't pay taxes.
Yeah, he's cooking the books.
Always bet on black.
Yeah, man. The only time I've ever played roulette was when we were all in Vegas together, and David and I got to the old strip right after you guys left, and
Oh yeah, when we were walking on the strip that time. Yeah,
when
that
you
was
had
great.
that, you're like, I'm gonna get some Hennessy and a couple styrofoam cups. That's exactly what you did. We proceeded to drink the Hennessy, and I went in and I just put money down. I was like, put it on black. And I won, and I was like, no shit, that's how easy it is. And he goes, well, you can lose it that easy too. And it went like 4 times, and I was up $180. And then there was so many people around, and I needed $180 then. I still need it, but it's like I needed it. And I was like trying to shove people out of the way, and just so quick, he turned it, and I lost it all again before I could even get up. So
Before you could take it off the board?
yeah, it was like 3 minutes. I went up 180, and then it was just all gone.
Brutal.
Damn,
But it was
dude.
fun.
Empires rise and fall in America every day, bro.
Yeah, it's hard to gamble on Hennessy, man.
Hennessy always seems like a bit of a gamble.
It's very easy to
That's
gamble
what I'm
on Hennessy.
exactly. That's exactly what happens every time.
Yeah, and also apparently black, since it's a darker color, it is more statistically probable to
Sounds
land
like a
on
lie.
black
Sounds
because
like a lie.
the space is a little bit hotter.
You
So the
started
ball is
putting a
more
bunch
likely
of
to stop
LYs
on
in
than
there.
hot space. I lived in Vegas for 2 years. All right,
That don't make
They
shit.
lie in Vegas,
You're in the
too.
garage screaming about hot spaces.
You know how many deadbeats have lived in Vegas for 2 years? That ain't fucking. That doesn't mean
well,
shit.
Think about the polarity of light. Okay, we're all thinking about it.
I'd love to hear that argument in other. Listen, I lived
And
in
actually,
Vegas for
the
a
black
couple years.
spaces have an extra muscle in their thigh, and that's
Yeah.
the probability is so much higher. For years, we've all known that.
Yeah, they have that fast twitch response.
Yeah, Jesus. All the black spaces are from a certain island, if you trace it back genetically.
I don't think I've ever played roulette.
It's so much fun.
It
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much fun.
Don't
'Cause
play
you
it with
can-
the neighbors, but you'll have fun if you play it the normal way.
I'll play Russian roulette with a cop who lives behind us right fucking now, dude. Go back there.
Last time me and David were in Vegas, I hit black 17 twice in a row.
Jesus.
Yeah. Man, we've had some fucked up Vegas times.
Oh God, dude. Yeah, we can't really talk about most of them.
Yeah, like, what was it, like our 28th? Our birthdays are 3 days apart. So I think, like, whatever birthday it was where I went to Denny's on mine, that was, like, one of the wilder trips I've
Didn't
ever
you
had.
just go there like 3 years ago for your guys' birthday?
I've gone there a lot of times. Was that the time when we were mooning everybody? I don't
We were
think it all
gonna
runs
go.
together.
Dude, we weren't mooning everybody.
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
and someone else were mooning people at 11 a.m. while
You
I
were
was driving drunk to a fucking seafood buffet.
Yeah.
And you were hanging your giant black ass out the window.
It was
which
so
is
funny.
literally
It's the only
the
time I've
biggest
heard
ass
Sam
in the
become
world.
a mark. He was like, no, they'll take my license.
It was a crime. You were committing a sex crime. I was aiding you in it. And we were all drunk, and it was the daytime. My
I love
car
that he just
wasn't
called you a
registered.
mark for that. That's like pretty legit request. Like, hey,
Yeah.
get your ass in the car.
Also, roulette balls kept landing on David's ass.
Well, then, I mean, statistically more likely to.
Yeah. Yeah, David was slapping his ass out the window. People couldn't even tell it was a human ass because he blocked out the entire Buick LeSabre window.
You came around at the end, though.
But once we
that's
got
so
there
tight.
safe, I was like, pretty good bit, Dave. But I was like almost crying.
Who was
I
it?
so
It was me
scared.
and Dookie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Oh,
It
my
is tough.
God.
It's tough when you find yourself trying to be good when you don't. Deep down, you're like, I'd like to be getting buck with you, but also, can we just not in here? And then
Yeah.
maybe we can do it when we get back to the house. You can
Do
moon
you think
anyone
I'm
in the
trying
living
to
room.
be a punk on your birthday? No. You brought that out of me with your rancid behavior.
we also blew up the spot at that hot pot.
Yeah, well, we did. That's not a new thing.
Just in hot pot screaming.
Taking shots at like 11:30 a.m.
That's always the funny part when they look at you like, yeah, You're like, yeah, bring the shots now to the table for breakfast.
We were
is what
also
I'd
like 15 deep. It
Yeah,
was
and like it was me, David, Aaron Uris, Brent Gill. Like this was the day they'd been training for.
Those are
Now,
lunatics. Those are a bunch of
you
lunatics
understand?
you just named. I know
that
those
was
psychopaths.
that was at night. Me and Brent fell asleep in the middle of a dice game. Like we were playing dice until like 7 in the morning, and we just both fell asleep on the floor.
Brent fell off the top bunk that night.
Yeah.
We heard this giant thump, like Santa fell down the chimney, and it was Brent Gill's lifeless body on the floor.
What bunk? Where did
Top
you put
bunk.
bunk beds?
We were in this porno mansion.
Yeah, this was like where the best boy and the grip stay.
Yeah, it was like we rented a straight up porno mansion with a pool.
A boy cave.
Yeah.
Oh, so you like Airbnb the place? Fuck, I want to go to Vegas. That sounds so fun.
Yeah, it was a good time, man.
One of these days, as soon as it's okay again, yeah, we're gonna have some fun. As soon as it's okay again.
Go
Gonna
back
go
to
there.
Vegas. Sean's gonna put some more whiskey in a whalebone.
Yeah, dude, a whiskey and a whalebone that recently had, what was it, a pina colada in it or
Yeah.
He
something like
still
that?
had the pina colada.
Oh, he got both.
Yeah, I still had the pina colada. I just churched it up a little bit, you know? Put a little extra sazon in there.
Put it all on black. Sean, time for your first pick.
I'm gonna take that $10. I'm going into whatever's around, whatever convenience store, and I'm buying 10 scratch-off tickets.
Hey,
Oh.
Scratchy Lados.
Great
yeah,
call.
man. That is... Because they're always fun. By the way, a little sneak attack. Those are a dope Christmas present. In a pinch, everybody's digging them. So if you just got
but
like
hey,
$5...
Dude, how about this though? When someone wins, I've never been more furious.
I
Oh,
get
when
pretty
you buy
stoked
one
on
for
it.
somebody, yeah.
I bought one for someone and they pulled in $1,000, and I was
Oh
so
no, that
bummed.
sucks. That
'Cause
sucks.
that's like supposed to be, I bought that. You used your luck on their ticket, you think?
Yeah.
Let's go
Yeah.
around the table. So if I won $1,000 on a gifted ticket, I bet you I would give that person $200.
yeah.
Correct.
I bet I would.
Yeah. You have
Yeah.
to.
Protocol.
Ian, what do you think?
No.
You'd give him a
I'd give
stern
him, I'd
look.
give him 10 and a link to this podcast whenever it comes out.
With the timestamp.
As you can see, I went on record. It's nothing personal, and here's some fun ideas for your $10.
Here's $10 American, and yeah, man, 10
I'd break them
scratchies.
off. I'd break them off somebody. Maybe not 200.
It's just like it's I'd be
Because
so.
it's all positive. You know what I
I
mean?
bet I
all
would
found money,
regret
yeah.
my decision to give them 200, but right away I'd be like, "You get 200," and then I'd be like, "Why'd you?" Well, you gotta
Well,
do it
because
now.
when the money hits, you get that drunk off with it getting hit.
yeah.
You
That's
know
what
I
you're
mean?
chasing.
Yeah.
That is, I've done that. Oh gosh, when I was a kid, I used to do that, and I recently, in the last couple of years, started doing it again for Christmas, just like getting people scratchies. And it's like the joy. It's almost like you handed them car keys or something, because they're just like, dude, I haven't done this in years, and you're like, yeah.
I would never think to get it for myself. That's great advice. It really is great advice. It is also advice from the white ghetto.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I like
like-
that Ian's on it now. Everybody, we got to come at this thing from all the
I'm
angles.
telling you, it's a pincer attack.
Charlie and the
Scratchy
Meat
Lados for
Slaughtering
Christmas
Factory.
is very much like, I got you some Scratchy Lados and a big Sunny D.
Yeah. Get some scratchers and some homies figurines. Happy birthday. You're a man now. Yeah, dude, empires have fallen based on gifted scratch tickets. There's
Absolutely.
like bad blood in families for generations because of that shit.
You know what I want to see? You hear that urban legend of like, dude, my uncle's uncle got one of those fake ones where like, but I want to see that where you give someone one of those fake ones that wins like 80 G's or whatever, and they just say they didn't win anything and walk out.
Oh my God.
You ever
Dude,
heard
oh,
of that?
yeah.
No, that's terrible.
Oh.
I go, oh man, I go ape
It's
shit.
even better if they like divorce their wife.
Yeah, 10 scratch offs. I love it because I'll do it sometimes, and they'll be like, "Which ones do you want?" I'm like, "Oh man, I don't have opinions. I'm not. This isn't a job, you know."
Oh, dude. That's because I used to work at so
I'm
many
just putting
gas
frosting
stations.
on the cake, you know.
People are mad particular about their scratch offs. Like, a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of times people want to know, like, what number it is, like,
Yeah.
on the roll, because they don't fuck with, like, certain... Yeah, it's like, people are, like, mad specific about it.
Give me
It's
number
crazy.
69, number 187, number 311, and
No,
number
it doesn't...
420.
You can't pick your number.
I can, David.
No.
I
You
just
ever bought a brick?
Of what?
Of scratchers? You
This
walk
is
out with the
also
whole brick?
advice from the white ghetto.
When someone says, if you ever bought a brick and you go, be more specific.
If anybody
Yeah.
uses the term the unit brick in conjunction with scratchers,
In anything.
run away. Run away. That person means you harm.
That guy's a shrimp farmer for sure.
Yeah, from way back. Bought a brick of scratchers.
No, I think the most I bought is like 20, and I remember the dude being like, I gotta scan every one, and I'm like, well, get to fucking scanning, bro. What do you want me to do? Scan them. Here's 20,
Snapping
Chris.
your fingers.
Fucking
You can sigh all 20 times. I don't give a fuck. Go
Yeah.
ahead and do it.
20 clean ones across your dome. You keep sighing like that, I'll tell you what. But yeah,
The
I need
sigh
it.
is my win.
Yeah.
This is how I win.
This is how I win.
Yeah, man. 10 brand new scratchies.
Great
10
call.
scratches. Perfect.
Yeah.
David, your first pick?
My first pick is going to be matinee movie.
Yeah.
Of course.
$7. You still have 3 left over. Get you a tall can or whatever. Bring it in there. Because what are they going to do? They're teams who work there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to say to me?
They're just going to be mad they don't have a tall can.
Yeah. It's in the yeah. There's a tall can in the pocket of my basketball shorts. It's
Yeah.
noon. I'm going to watch Coco. Do you want to take this from me?
Yeah. Are you going to be the person in between me and my ultimate goal for the day?
Yeah. What's your fucking deal, dude?
You just gotta look that little boy in the eye and say, pat me down, I fucking dare you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a tall can? What if it is?
Find out.
Yeah, what are we going to do? You feeling froggy? And then you just keep walking? You're like, I'm going, but you're going to have to jump on me. I'll be in there watching Coco.
It's a fucking flashbang. You want me to prove it?
Yeah.
I'll prove
you
it
ever
right
watched,
now.
You ever tried to watch Tuesdays with Stories or with Maury sober?
Yeah.
I remember.
It was. You know what?
So I ate too many shrimp. I got iodine poisoning.
I eat too many shrimp. I got iodine poisoning.
I remember when I moved to Portland and I heard someone crack one of their own beers in a movie theater, and I was like, no way. That was the first time I'd ever...
That was the
Thought of
first time
doing
that
that.
ever happened to you?
I think so. We might have taken a flask or shooters in to movies back in the day, but I don't really think I was like a big drink and go to the movies person until way later in life. I don't think I did it when I was a kid.
Beer in a movie theater is like a grand Portland tradition. I think it is a lot of places, but
Portland is the first place where I ever saw it sanctioned.
yeah.
Like they had a movie theater where you could go buy
At the
beer.
Baghdad Theater in Glorious Bastards with Big Torque Daddy and Adam, that was where I was like, oh, you can just sit here
Yeah,
and get plowed and watch everybody kill Nazis. This is dank. That's
Dude,
what's dank that I'm stoked on, I'll tell you that.
When I lived in Vegas, I was befriended by a group of black teenagers, and we would go see movies, and they would just light like blunts in there.
Yeah.
And they thought it was hilarious and fun. And I
It
was
is
like, I'm
hilarious.
29. This isn't for me. This life's over for me. You saw Logan.
It was smoking
sick.
blunts in a movie theater?
Yeah, they didn't care.
Damn.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
And again, I couldn't look like a wuss, lest I be accused of being a mark or a punk. So I just had to sit there and be like, y'all are crazy. Like texting my wife, like, send help.
Yeah,
Why,
You may need to come get me tonight.
that's
Yeah.
sick.
When you lived in Highland Park, the matinee was a regular day for you, right, David?
All the time.
Yeah.
It would be like whenever I came home from the road, it'd be like the next day I would go to the thing.
Ah, coming home from the road, that's kind of a feeling I miss.
I
Not the
forgot
road
about
so
it.
much, but that first day back.
I've been home for 4 months. It's horrible.
Locked
You know,
up.
coming home from the road was always sad because immediately I'm like, okay, in 3 days I have to leave again.
yeah, but
you're
that-
like, you stay on the road, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's like, yeah.
Yeah, like I could never just unpack or unwind because I'd be like, oh fuck, I have 72 hours with my beautiful wife. I gotta get some nuts in, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You can't even really sleep because you got to get on that nut schedule.
Yeah, I got a number 5.
That dude's got to go number 5. It's been 3 weeks.
Did the movie theater you went to have a normal sized screen, or was it like kind of a
No,
small
it was,
screen?
dude. It was so little.
Yeah.
It was only 3 screens, and they're all really small.
The Wonderland like matinee movie place that I went to in Portland like had a tiny little screen. I mean,
Yeah.
it was bigger than anything I've ever had in a house, obviously, but like a little ass movie screen.
I
Got
miss.
8 seats.
I miss the dollar movies. Did you guys ever go to the dollar movie?
We didn't have
Oh.
those.
In Colorado, off of Hampton, Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
man.
Oh.
Because it's like always old ass movies. Like you go to the dollar movies to see Blades of Glory now.
Yeah, like you can see the Little Rascals film today.
Yeah.
That shit's rad. I love it when they do that. That's what Laurelhurst in Portland always does. Like, they'll play, like, Lost Boys or Major League or something. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. That's
Yeah, I love that
those
shit.
movies where you want people to be talking the whole time. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
let's go to Major League. I want everybody quoting it, screaming at the screen the whole time. It's dank.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
So the matinee, that's my
Matinee movie, great. Time for my first and second picks, as it is. With my first pick, I'm going to take Hitting Up an Arcade.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, that's a good idea.
You can still have a good time with $10 at an arcade.
Do you ever go to the cheap arcades? Like in Colorado, there was one called
Wonderland.
Nicola Play.
Oh man, that place had sepsis. You had to get a tetanus shot. When
Yo,
you left
I fucking love Nicola Play though, dude.
That's what Wonderland is.
Wonderland was a nickel arcade, and there was a couple Wonderlands, including one by where my dad lived for a long time, where you just paid an entrance fee and all the games were free.
Yeah.
Oh, and they have those off-brand games. Like it's called Double Drago, and you're like, okay.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
They had the good shit too, though. They had the Aerosmith one where you launch discs at enemies. They had
Well, they have all the, like, you can
Turtles
win,
in Time.
Avenue Fighter.
you can get fun stuff with the tickets. It's dank. Like,
Attack from Mars.
Yeah.
Just like off-brand pinball you've never heard of. Like, hey, they got the
Skirmish.
Oscar Mayer pinball machine.
Oh, they've got Elvira's pinball machine. Cool.
Even at good places, the pinball's always like kind of off-brand. I'm like, they made a pinball machine for this movie?
Yeah, it's always like, why does Kawasaki Ninja have a pinball machine?
First Wives Club.
there was at the Tonic Lounge back in the day, there was a pinball machine that would flash little messages in between. It'd be like, wear your seatbelt, da-da-da. And then one of the
Yeah.
messages said, AIDS is real.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that's heavy.
Was that the
Like-
last? Was that like the final boss?
Yeah, it's not like I was sitting there screaming like, hey, AIDS is fake. I better win this game.
No, I'm not wearing a condom while I play pinball. AIDS isn't real.
Yeah, dude.
Have you ever been to the arcade to get your quarters for your laundry machine and how furious the door guy is?
They
when you
get
do
so mad.
They hate it.
I've also gone to a laundry place to get quarters for something else, and they get fucking furious.
Oh, they freak out. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you trying to buy? Tiny football helmets?
Tiny football helmets. Yeah, absolutely.
Tiny football.
I got my money invested in a lot of places.
I need a Bengals helmet or she'll leave me.
The market's going to turn around on that, and I have a Houston Oilers helmet, and at any moment, that's going to put my kids through college.
I like to take the jowls of my bad dude and put them in the little football helmets.
What are you doing? Come on, man.
The jowls.
The jowls of my bad dude.
That
Oh my
is
God.
a Michael Crichton novel.
The jowls of my bad dude would be, I'd read it.
You wrote it.
That would be like a magical book that, like, you find, like, when you're, like, unpacking someplace, and
Oh,
you're
like
like,
you gotta blow the dust off? What is this?
the jowls of my bad dude.
And then somebody's like, you don't want no part of that.
By B.D. Hoggins? What is this?
It's like a bad translation of a Baudelaire poem.
Oh, man.
Sean, you're killing me today, man. That's hilarious.
I'm having a good time today, boys.
Your
This is
boobs
fun.
are so dank. I long for them in the jowls of my bad dude.
Man.
I want to honk on your big fat butt.
I've said that in the last week.
I want to honk on your big fat butt.
Guaranteed I've said that in the last week.
And
We
that's why
laugh.
they let you onto the bus even though you didn't have proper fare, right?
Come on, bus driver, I'll woo you.
I'll honk on your big fat butt.
Let me
All right.
on.
Been wearing an FBI t-shirt. Fat boob enthusiast. It's spelled wrong.
Enthusiast?
I would have that was gonna fly right over my head, by the way. I'd be like, yeah, enthusiast, that's how you spell it.
Because you're into it. Enthusiast. Yeah, man, the arcade. I love that shit. The Simpsons game. I loved all of it. That Die Hard game. Remember that Die Hard game?
Like, was it like side scroll?
It was like 3D, man. But you got
Yeah.
it was a beat 'em up. It was like a punch and kick game. and you could pick stuff up and like wield like a club. It was an excellent game.
Was
so
it like
good.
Double Dragon.
But in 3D, it was like a top-down kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, weird. I never.
Very innovative for its age.
It was like that early 3D, but it looked bad, but it looks cool. Like
It was it was polygon. It looked like Virtua Fighter, but it was an excellent game. That's my all-time favorite game.
Operation Wolf with the Uzi that would like vibrate. That one was
I
always
remember that.
taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weren't you a
X-Men?
Nazi in that game?
Oh God, were you?
I think so.
No way.
I think so.
Whew. Sorry.
Oh,
It was
God.
an option.
Sorry, I forgot we were kidding.
Oh, God.
Yeah. If you knew the cheat code, you could be.
Yeah. You had to hit A 88 times, and then it like.
Yeah.
Just telling the guy that worked. Yeah, I set it on Nazi. Watch these kids freak out.
With my second pick, I'm gonna get a really nice new pair of tube socks and just walk around like I'm on a cloud all day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, Andy Pitts back in the day, he was sponsored skateboarder, and he would say that his favorite thing to do is get a box of clothes. Like his sponsor would send him a box. He would just take out all the socks. He just wanted to wear a new pair of socks every day. It's the best feeling.
Just that cushion before they get washed.
Yeah. Feeling all bougie, where you're just like, oof, goddamn. You feel padding, which is so nice.
It's
Fun.
such a nice feeling.
That's a good move.
Yeah, call me
hug
white
on there.
trash, but if I was rich enough, I would
I
never
will.
wear the same pair of socks twice.
I didn't need that to call you white trash, but yeah. Yeah.
I would peel them off my feet and throw them in the fire. And by fire, I mean the trash can out back that we burn the trash in.
Yeah. No, we understood where the socks were going.
Yeah,
I was going to call you white trash after you tried to wax intellectual by saying I lived in Vegas for a couple years. Sure.
that was your study abroad.
Yeah.
I've been
Honor.
places.
Your Honor, I'll have you know I lived in Vegas for 2 years.
It was
So I
hell.
do not come to this opinion casually.
Yeah, man, new
there's
socks
not a lot to
with-
say about it, but just fucking new sock in it, dude. Just roll them onto your feet.
Yeah.
Maybe wear them with slides. That's such a good fucking feeling. David, time for your second pick.
My next pick is a liquor store picnic.
Oh, go into that.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's
A lick
like
pick.
probably going to be a tall can or a 40 of your choice. I was thinking the 225s out the door. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, yeah.
No?
Red Dogs?
Yeah. The 225s out the door. So one of those, maybe a hot dog or a couple of Slim Jims, and an
They
orange.
sell hot dogs at liquor stores?
Some of
The
them,
reputable
yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
At the finer liquor stores.
Or maybe a couple of those beef sticks in that plastic container. You know what I'm talking about?
If you're lucky, they got the cheese stick with them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that's a real meal. That's not
Maybe a
even.
pickled egg.
No. I don't like
Pickled
that.
egg? What the
I
hell?
hate those.
I've never had a pickled egg, and I should
don't
have had a
like
pickled
it. I
egg.
don't
Treat
like
yourselves, guys. What's not to like? It's pickles and eggs together.
I'm battling high blood pressure right now, and I feel like that's just sending like a fucking
Yeah, dude.
it.
car
You're like
bomb into
drinking
my
shit that
system.
comes out of red water.
I feel like I would make that face that Neo made when he was getting hooked up to the Matrix if I had a pickled egg. Just that.
Can we see that face right now?
Yeah, do it.
There it is.
We should screenshot that for when this
Oh,
episode
is
comes
that
out.
Keanu? Hold on. Oh, is that Keanu Reeves?
Are you going number 5?
Where's your bad dude?
Yeah. Take your bad dude out of that pickled egg.
I will
John,
not
if you
have having a liquor store picnic, sir, and I'll hear nothing else on the matter.
Sean, if you have a son, you will absolutely at some point say, "Where's your bad dude?"
That's how you're gonna teach him to wash his body. All right, under your arms. Now do your booty. Now do your
All
bad
right.
dude.
Yeah, wash your bad dude. Jameson, wash your bad dudes. It's either
I know
Jameson or
some
Old
kids named-
English. I don't know what I'm going to name him yet.
Julio.
Old English Jordan. Or
Tony Hawk
Belly.
Jordan, dude.
I could name him Belly.
Fuck
Or
yeah.
Belly's Jordan.
Menace to Society Jordan.
Oh, man.
The motion picture straight out of Compton. Jordan.
A Spike Lee joint Jordan.
David, do you buy a Black and Mild for your picnic?
Ooh, but like a fancy Black and Mild, like one of the wine ones.
Yeah.
God, I remember.
Glossier.
I went through my phase. I remember that when I stopped smoking, when I moved to Portland, and then I was like, I'll just smoke cigars. Then you start inhaling them, and I was like, these wine ones, they're probably not as bad for you as a Black and Mild because it says wine on it. You know?
Doctors say a glass of wine is good for your heart.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
should inhale it in smoke and tobacco form.
It only stands to reason.
And wake up with like
It's wood
Vicious.
tipped. That means it's good for you.
Yeah,
vicious
nature.
stomach cramps.
It's all natural.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just call my friend who lived in Vegas for 2 years and verify this, but
Well, I can't hear you. I'm in a cockfight. What are you doing? You're smoking wine? Cool, go for it.
No, I'm not gonna leave. Yeah.
Your weave? You're buying a weave?
finally.
My chicken died. I can talk now.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man.
Man, I don't think I've ever had a liquor store picnic. That sounds wonderful.
Oh, man, it's great. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Sean, time for your second pick.
Second pick, just go big at Taco Bell. $10 will get you a long ways at Taco Bell.
I mean, it goes less far than it used to. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's
walk,
right. They just
walk us
got
through
rid-
what that order is.
They just got rid of a bunch of shit, dude. It
I know. I don't think we've
pisses
ever
me
been.
off.
I don't think we've ever all been added and more Twitter
I don't either.
replies.
That brought me back to Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm not privy to what they just got rid of, but like if I was spending $10, if I was gonna go that route, it'd be like a giant Baja Blast. It's about $3, and then probably 3 Frito burritos, which is another $3.
That's
you know,
what they're getting rid of, bro.
I know.
Yeah, they're
Now,
getting rid of
can I not do stuff they're getting rid of right now?
And the quesarito.
No,
I know,
this is
but
like,
I don't get a quesarito because they cost like $5. So
I get a quesarito. They're
I know you do. I know what you
$4.79,
get.
dude.
You get like a quesarito, and then you get like one of the giant crunch wraps, and then you get like normally a steak situation, like a steak griller or something. That's
and I
about
was telling
$10.
this to the doctor, and like neither one of us could get to the bottom of this blood pressure thing.
The doctor's like, well, I don't know. I guess what's the rest of your day look like? Because
He's like, I'm without straws here. I don't have any straws, man. I'm like, actually, that's not how it's. But anyway, yeah.
oh god, that's awesome. Yeah, giant Baja Blast, about 3 Frito burritos, and then either one double decker because those run like $2.50, and like a loaded griller. That's what I'd
there's
say.
no tax in Oregon. This is an Oregon Taco Bell.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Going to the Glendale Taco Bell, I'll tell you that.
No, sir.
Charging me tax.
I
You
know.
like? You
I
kidding
know
me?
from experience you can and did many times. You
Dude.
always go to the Glendale
When
Taco
I
Bell.
found out-
most visited Taco Bell.
Yeah.
When I first found out that it was there, because when I first am learning the ways of Glendale and like mapping it out, then I think Ian took me there one day and I was like, oh man, that's unfortunate that it's so close to the house.
Very
Because
close.
I'll be going there. And then, like anytime,
That's
especially
living
with a
in
car.
LA is every fast food place, except for some reason Wendy's and Dairy Queen, is very close by at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable.
Sam, time for your second and third picks.
Okay, well, I did have the liquor store picnic, only mine involved a condom as well. But I'm going to
That
go
go being
with...
a mark again,
He
dude.
puts it on the tall can so he doesn't spill. Saves it for later.
Out here strapping up like a mark.
Yeah, making a water snake. Okay, so I'm going to go with buy 2 Subway footlongs.
Oh.
One to
Boy.
stock, one to rock.
Yeah, you got one for now, you got one for later, or if you make a
One
friend
for the
out
bus,
there.
one for the backpack, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 Subway footlongs. That company's never done anything wrong, and I
No, they're upstanding.
yeah, I want to support them. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I used to eat a lot of Subway footlongs. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki is the
Beautiful sandwich.
yeah, and also
Beautiful.
you get all your vegetables on there too.
It's all in there.
If you feel like it.
I hate the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, but that's because I worked at Subway.
Dude, if
Yeah,
I could have
cool.
just that sauce, everything would be... I wouldn't need hot sauce anymore. Sweet onion sauce is the dank, dude. That stuff goes hard. I love it.
Yeah,
Having worked at a Subway, what do you still like?
I only fuck with the spicy Italian.
I love the spicy Ital.
Yeah, that's the only one I fuck.
I
everything's
live
turkey.
with a spicy Italian
I was
for
gonna
another couple
say.
weeks. Count Zacula himself.
I lived with a sweet onion chicken teriyaki, so I guess.
That's right.
Yeah, the spicy Italian you can't go wrong with.
The
The
spicy.
Yeah.
turkey is also okay.
You can also wield them like nunchucks.
Tie them together.
Yeah, you get them in that bag.
You're not going to believe this. I literally had on my list Subway nunchucks. Yeah, I swear to God.
I believe it.
God,
I don't know why you
that's-
said I
yeah,
wouldn't believe it.
You get two. Okay,
I wasn't
Footlongs, you tie them together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, then the sandwich squeezes down, and you've got like a brick. You got a brick of sandwich.
There we go with the brick. You ever bought a brick at Subway?
It's his favorite unit of measurement.
I bought a brick at Subway. Now I'm done.
I've taken a brick
Yeah,
from
man.
Subway.
I love Subways.
Ask him how tall he is. He's 15 bricks high.
They also weigh 130 bricks.
Yeah. The seafood and crab at Subway was for a while, early days. Because
I
Subway,
never fucked with it, but I'm
I
landlocked.
fucked with it.
Didn't know
I
it
mean,
existed.
listen, it ended up being a lot of mayonnaise and seafood. That's what you're getting into. But
Was
like,
it seafood or was it
Was it
mostly
tuna? Like
it was
tuna?
Imitation crab.
It was called the seafood and crab with a K, so it was imitation crab. And then I don't know what the other seafood was. I never asked. They didn't tell me.
Probably some kind of like a cod or something.
It was probably a cod, maybe a scrod.
Like a whitefish.
You know?
Sure.
Probably a whitefish.
In cod we trust kind of thing.
In cod we trust, dude. It was good as fuck,
Godfather.
though.
Only cod can judge me.
Nick Nampay, not on the podcast, not in the house, up in Portland right now, also was a big fan of as a youth. And when we got to Southern Oregon University, the Subway on campus, and like Subway phased it out pretty quick. But that location, for some reason, still had it. And it was a revelation.
The Subway in Elizabeth was like the salon. You know what I mean? That was the hub of
Yeah,
culture.
it was
in
cool
Elizabeth.
to hang
Yeah.
out there.
Yep. That's where you went to learn new things.
There was like a big handrail
New
out
ideas.
front though too, so there were people skating sometimes.
Yeah, they were ripping it. They were scrappling it, or whatever you said, Sean.
Scrapple, they were eating scrapple out there.
Skrelling it,
Yeah.
Skrillex.
Tralpin.
Trouping it. Yeah.
Also
oh,
behind that big O.
Yeah, dude, that big O. That's pretty much smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
A lot of first-time fingerings happening.
Yeah. Go back there and watch Jared Collins hit somebody with a pipe.
Shout out to Jared Collins, man. No one's ever looked better in a tucked-in, button-up shirt.
No, yeah. That guy was great, man.
Great bod.
He was my lifting partner in 9th grade.
That must have been a nightmare. Because
Yeah,
he was
no,
one of
no,
those
'cause
kids.
I was-
He hit puberty when he was 11. He was
Oh,
like covered
man.
in hair when he was in 6th grade.
Yeah, he was
Was
an
one of those kids like had a lot to prove to the other sixth graders?
Yeah, he had a man's body.
Yeah, he didn't have shit to prove.
No.
This dude
He
Mike
paid
Smiler had it.
taxes.
Yeah, he was sending checks home at 13 years
Yeah,
old.
that's what he was telling the teachers. I paid for your salary.
Yeah.
Goddamn right, I'm going to take 3 P's.
Let's see what the boss thinks. Nah, I'm not taking that test.
Oh, man.
Tight.
Our 2 $5 footlongs and your third pick, Sam.
Okay, well, as we all know, we're all about investments, you know, and I'm always looking...
Yeah. Period. Buck, and Bucker.
Yeah, I'm always looking for a good ROI. So I would buy a $9.99 Morgan Head Memorial half dollar.
Okay.
All right.
Those walking half dollars, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I
Well, they're a $50 value, but you can get them for $10.
Is this, did the TV tell you this at night?
Yeah, they did. That's exactly where I saw it.
You just call in.
Yeah, you call
How much
in.
is shipping and handling, though?
Well, it's there's no COD, which is very upsetting. Much like Ian's cod sandwich.
Yeah,
It's
you're gonna COD a $50?
I love it. Just bring it here. I'll give you the money when you get here. Just bring it to me
You can pay
first.
it off in installments if you want to. But yeah, there is limit 5 per customer.
5 per customer.
You can only buy 5 at once. Yeah, you can only buy 5 at once because it's such a solid investment. They
So
don't want to
if
run
we
out
make
of
it-
things.
I wonder if they
Mars
make an
hops
exception.
in, if we all get and then we get Mars in, we can all buy 5, or we can all buy 1 each, right? And then go 5 ways. Okay. Well, Mars, if you're in, I'm in.
But I want to hold on to them. I'll keep them in my safe.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the
Believe
money when
they'll
you give
mature.
me mine. Just know that I
That's
have
not
the
how investments
$9.99
work.
waiting.
You need to trust your banker.
Wow.
You're the
on my
banker in this situation?
I've got the coins, don't I?
That's always a good answer for a lot of things. I've got the coins, don't I?
Yeah, I'd buy one of those $50. I'd, hopefully give it to my kids when they come of age, when they can be trusted with gold.
What is the age where a kid can be trusted with gold?
24.
Well, there's an up to age, like
One for
until
each
they're
carat.
5, and then not until they're 50 again.
Yeah.
I think it's right after when they won't eat it. When they won't mistake
Yeah.
it for candy.
For me, that was like 19, 20.
Yeah, I lost a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
Trying to
They throw a
unwrap
lot of
these
curveballs at
chains.
young Jews, though, because we have gelt, which is like candy covered in gold foil. So it's
Isn't that like starter gold? That's
Starter
like training gold.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. You guys have a beautiful culture.
I've got the coins.
Training gold.
Got the coin. Oh man. Yeah, so $50. I get it.
$50. Sean, time for your third pick.
I would take the $10 to casually purchase my friend's goods or whatever at like a coffee shop and act like it's not a big deal. Like one of those where they get like $10
You
for
pulled
the
that on
stuff.
me when we were getting coffee the other day.
You have to go into the situation being like, there's no way this is going to be more than $10 they're spending. And then when they get it, you're like, I got it.
Yeah.
And you do that weird.
Yeah.
You do that weird where you don't say words. You're just like, I got it. Make the hand motion to like, it's on me. It's on me. We've been friends for a long time. I got it. Put that away. What are we doing? Put that away. Yeah, you just sound like a newborn baby raptor or something.
I had to step away for a second. Apparently, I missed out on some real big meat. You guys really cracked the code on humor while I was gone.
My third pick was to casually purchase your friend's order at like a coffee shop or something, and just
that
be like
explains it.
one of those and be like,
And then ipso facto.
where you do
Logical
the I got it.
conclusion.
You do the I got it, but it's not real words. Where you're like, I got it. And then you like motion to them to put their debit card away, like it's not a big deal. Like you don't give a fuck about the $10, you know?
Then you sound like a porcupine eating a pumpkin. Like,
That is a specific.
It's gonna be funny the next time one of us does that at a coffee shop, like no. And the other person knows, like, oh, thank you. Or I'll just look at you and I'll be like, Laker girl.
Wait, 1 second. Do you take debit? Yeah.
Yeah, just like that move. That move didn't come into play until 5 years ago, where it was even a
Turn this
possibility.
kid into play. Kid
Yeah.
into play.
Yeah.
You're always getting terms wrong, dude.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I
I love
Sorry.
it.
I went number 5 all over that one.
Oh man.
It is fun to do. Treating your friends is fun. Picking up the coffee.
Yeah.
Great pick, David. Time for your third pick.
My third pick, and this is kind of depending on what your connect is like, but I'm saying get a hit of acid.
What? Is that how much? I've never bought acid.
I
You
never
get
had
2
either.
hits for $10.
Yeah, man. Well, then the Mouth House days, you guys were giving it, or people who lived there were giving it away.
We would pay you to take it.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah,
much we had.
yeah. It was like, take this off my hand. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, get 1 hit of acid and then have yourself go for a long, long walk. Just, go through it.
Having
Yeah.
never done it, is like if you were to do acid and go on a walk, you'd be all right. You're not gonna like freak out most
As
of
long
the
as
time.
you're not at Reed College.
Yeah.
As long as it's
There
not
will
river
be people
otters.
who know how to deal with you if you do freak out.
There sure will be. Yeah,
People
they'll,
whose major that is.
they'll say the word pontificate quite a bit while they're doing
That's
it
right.
too.
Be like, poor scene, Sean. Yeah, eat
It
it at
is a poor
sundown,
scene.
man, and just go on like a trusted river trail and just
Yeah.
really communicate with the universe and
Yeah,
God and
just
try
get
to
back
become
to
a
it.
6th level being.
Yeah, man, I love
Is
it.
it when you do acid? Are you like because getting drunk is where you forget where you are and you forget your address and stuff.
No,
when you get too
not
drunk.
at all.
If you do acid, you still know all that stuff, right? Like you don't get lost or whatever.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
All right.
Well, I mean, it
I'm not-
depends on how much acid you eat. Let's be honest.
I'm not planning on it.
I'm
but,
only
you know.
do. I'm saying for the $10 thing, you get 1 hit.
Yeah.
Also, I think if you get that 1 hit, you call a trusted friend, and you split it, and you have a very pleasant, mild giggle type situation instead of just
Sure.
tripping alone.
There it is.
No, I want to trip. I want to trip alone.
And then you guys can have that whole conversation, and it'll make total sense.
No,
It
you
makes-
just,
It did make sense. You just-
we're gonna eat it, and then I'm gonna miss out on something, and then like you're gonna be yelling about giving a little girl a penny, and like it's just like all. I want to do it by myself.
That girl needed to know that it's all fiat currency. There's no value to it.
That penny thing is.
You say fiat currency.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was saying a lot of stuff. But
That's a real thing. That's a real thing to happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the park in San Francisco.
Yeah, this little girl, we were all tripping real hard, and her parents were like, "Oh, they're having fun." And this little girl like came up to the four of us, and she gave each one of us a coin. You know, something that she knows has value and that people value, and it's an important thing in the world. And like we all three took it, and then on the fourth one, I was like, "This has no worth, man." You know, and I like gave her a whole talk about the banking system and the Federal Reserve, and her parents were like, "Okay, honey, let's get out of this pagoda."
Okay, they're taking her back to the car. Honey, that man lived in Las Vegas for a couple years, so take it all
Honey,
to
that
heart.
man's a shrimp farmer. You need to stay close. Yeah, yelled at a child. Acid's good for when you want to yell at a child.
Yeah. Number
I
one
often want to
go-to
yell
for
at
that.
children.
Number one go-to for that.
I like it.
Excellent pick. Time for my third and fourth picks. I don't know why I had to check that. I know 3 comes after 4. With my third pick, I'm going to take 20 tacos Jack in the Box.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That was 100%.
Pick.
That was 100% on my list.
He did it. He did it.
You cracked the code. Smartest man alive.
You feel like
Spread
loyalty.
your money around.
When you
I'm
get
not eating
20
all those tacos, but I got all those tacos.
Hell no, I'm throwing them out to my folks at the bus stop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know
Like
what's
a
funny is
frisbee.
those just became a main staple on their menu. I guess they left for a while, and I just heard a radio ad where they're like, "You wanted it, you got it. 2 tacos for $1 is fully on the
it
menu."
was always there. They just didn't want to lean on it because
Yeah, they wanted to seem like they had other shit going on.
yeah.
We've received your mail bombs, and you have spoken.
We got your poorly spelled letters.
Those tacos are great, dude. Nathan Lund survived on those tacos.
They're so good.
They're so not real that they're great. They're like, there's a piece of like Kraft singles on there.
Oh,
There's whatever
It's
beef.
like liquefied because they fry the whole taco.
They
Yeah.
for real put them in a deep fryer, and they're so good, so
Good.
good.
Yeah, it's not a
dog food
taco. It's a
consistency.
different kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a different food, but taco's the easiest way to make us understand.
And it's right
It's a
around the
taste
center of
revolution.
it's the center of the argument where people are like, no, those are shitty. No, they're bad for you.
They're bad.
They're amazing, but they're bad for you. And that's where people always mix things up and saying that they're not good. They're good. They're just not good for you.
I used to take them. You would dip them in the.
That is the term, too. It's not eat. You take them. You take them like
Yes.
Here's money, but I'll be taking these.
I take a couple tacos. You dip them in that buttermilk house sauce, you know, that they didn't call ranch because they were putting on airs
Yeah.
to fucking Jack in the Box for some reason.
Well,
Jack
no,
in the Box.
legally they couldn't call it ranch.
Maybe that's
That was the case they lost.
That came right from the Surgeon General himself.
The people versus Taco Bell.
Oh, that bad dude's out of tension. Listen to this.
Jack in the Box has all my fucking favorite. Like, I love their egg rolls. I love their jalapeno poppers. All their accoutrements are just so
Everything
fucking
but
delicious.
burgers.
Yeah, everything they're not supposed to have. You're like,
Yeah.
well, that's the dang.
All that other shit.
I spent the prime of my life somehow mining nutrients out of Jack in the Box food. That's when I used my body at its peak level. Was eating two big cheeseburgers from Jack in the Box in between school and football practice.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
You got me fired up, brother. You're speaking my language.
That's right. Just get out there like, why am I cramping? I knew I was cramping.
I used to get the big slice pizza between school and football practice. Or
the
after
gas
football
station?
practice. No, it's Safeway. They had the big slices of pizza and a drink for like $2.50. But the way our Safeway was set up, you could just walk in, get it, and then walk out.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I gotta buy some other shit I'm paying up front. And then
You could also send Kara Noakes in, and she would fill up a shopping cart with beer, and then just walk out.
We did that.
Oh man, we hit that thing so many times and so many. You remember Quinn stole all those Duraflame logs?
Yeah, remember when Andy Quinn got a DUI on his 16th birthday?
Yeah, how could I forget?
Yeah.
I love it.
But
Dirty
anyway,
laundry.
At least he had something to do at home with all those logs.
He was making an effigy.
yeah, he whittled him down.
Yeah, he was probably making an effigy of George Soros because he was anti-Semitic at 14. That's how
Man,
hard
that's
he works.
impressive.
Yeah.
I had an anti-Semitic at 14 friend, and like I was one of the only Jews he knew, and I was like, ooh, what'd I do? We always got along great. But he carved he started getting into that shit and carved a swastika into his forearm when we were in high school. And I was just like,
into his forearm?
into his forearm.
What?
And I was like, what the fuck
Jeez.
happened, man? Like, I'm Jewish. You know me. What do you think is going on?
He's also an idiot.
He's a super big idiot.
I think that's more what it was. You fucking moron.
Drew. I'm not gonna say your last name because hopefully you've turned the corner.
I will. Pasnick.
It's
No.
you're not mad far off.
Really?
Yeah, I think Ian's was Drew Patriot.
It was Drew Patriot, and he was a bald eagle wearing Oakley sunglasses. Yeah, man, the fucking 20 tacos. And my fourth pick is going to be, now that marijuana is legal, getting 2 of those $5 pre-roll joints.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one. Oh yeah.
They're only $5 for a pre-roll joint, huh?
Yeah.
God, that's sick.
Are you happy or angry with that?
Happy,
I couldn't tell
dude.
by. Okay.
It's so dope that is how that's where it's come to. It's tough finding things that are dope right now. That is dope. That you can get a pre-roll joint for
Weed still
$5.
dope.
It's just sick, man. Like, and I don't even smoke weed. But it's perfect for how hard we used to have to try to get it. Like,
Oh
like
my
4
God.
parking
Oh, yeah.
lots, a couple strangers involved, definitely a shady older person.
Got to talk to
A
some
living
boy
room.
named Memphis.
Yeah, dude. You small talk with people who are like have no idea.
Sometimes you couldn't go
Why
over
they
because he
shouldn't
had
have a
his
gun in their
kid.
car?
I used to buy weed from a dude named Wedge, who always tried to sell me blue dolphins. Also,
There was this
Dolphin.
dude who was like 40 something that used to hang out with like 18-year-olds,
Yeah.
and he would sell these girls we knew weed. I forget his name, but yeah, you get older and you're like, God, that sucks. And now it's $5 for a pre-roll joint delivered to your door. That's dope.
Well,
There
you
was
gotta
always
go.
like a lizard or a ferret in the guy's apartment.
There was always a weird pet. Yeah.
Yeah.
A weird pet whose pee smelled.
with like a very pretentious name, like that's Charlemagne, my Komodo dragon.
Oh, yes. Oh, you mean Constable?
Yeah.
Bukowski, the fucking betta fish.
Yeah, that's my poisonous tree frog, Constable.
Also, it would just be weed. You would just buy weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triple W weed.
Yeah. Now you fucking.
Middies, baby.
Are they beasters? They kind buds? What are we doing? We got some seeds? I don't know. It's weed. You can buy the weed I got.
Weed. Are you gonna buy some weed off me? Do you have time for your fourth pick?
My fourth pick is going to be go to the botanical gardens.
Yes.
Oh,
That was on
that's so
my list.
nice.
Yeah,
That
I
goes really well
was
with
you were
your.
gonna get it.
Yeah. I figured no one else was going to take it. I didn't
Yeah.
think that was up for grabs.
The only
Oh, I
other
bet.
person I've been to the botanical gardens with you.
Yeah, I have a membership. I have a membership in 2 gardens now.
But I have a
Savage
membership
Gardens?
for the Huntington Library and Gardens.
Nice, man.
That's why I would
Nice.
use the $10. You just get in. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I do it. I like to stay off the grid. You know what I mean?
I don't
read
have a
it-
library card myself, so.
Oh, I don't have the membership in my name. The name is it's under
Constable Hamster.
it's Humphrey von Birthday Cake.
I ran into your parents at botanical gardens one time, Sam.
I know you were on a date, and they told me, they were like, he was with such a cute girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But botanical gardens, man. It's just always a good time.
I love it. I think it's important. It's good for your soul. That would pair nicely with your acid pick, by the way.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. 100%.
My version of the botanical gardens would be the rhododendron gardens next to the crib by Reed College. That's,
in Portland. Yeah,
yeah,
right.
I've been going there quite a bit.
Do you mean
not
those
quite a bit.
rhododendrons behind the Safeway? Sniff them through the chain link.
The rhododendrons fought the Crips one time, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking of the Rosicrucians. Yeah, Yeah, man. Have a nice tranquil afternoon. Go to the botanical gardens. Just get tuned up with nature and just the beauty of the surroundings. Awesome place to be.
Does the one you were thinking of have water features as well?
Of course, there's a whole Japanese Zen garden. There's a
Yeah,
whole
I'm
water
talking about the one in Golden Gate Park.
I don't know that one, but
I thought about the one in Denver.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're both great.
The Columbus, Ohio Botanical Gardens. Oh my God, they brought me to tears. I was there
Really?
weeping once. Oh, it was transcendent, man.
we should have gone when we were in Columbus.
There will be a next time. I swear to God, we are going to go on tour again. And when we do, I push for 2 days in every city where we have a chill day where we can do shit.
That would be nice. That would be really nice. And that way
we are going to go on tour again. And when we do, I push for 2 days in every city where we have a chill day where we can do shit.
That would be nice. That would be really nice. And that way we
I'm
don't
doing
have to
crowd warm up. It'll be fun.
Perfect. I'm fucking in. We can go to the botanical gardens. We can stay at a hotel that's not right across the street from an abortion billboard. It'll be fantastic.
Oh, that was Columbus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Also, wasn't there like a bunch of athletes there?
Yeah, there was like
Something was going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the power went out. And then later on that night, we laid in the freezer.
That's right.
Oh,
Hot
I
boys.
forgot about being in that freezer. Yeah, the power went out because it was too hot.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a great spread also. Great sandwich spread in that
Great
green room.
fucking spread. If that guy's listening.
Yeah, they were the best. He does listen. I was gonna go do a show anyway. Except for the power going out, which you had no control over. That was the best. And then they facilitated the parking lot show. Took us somewhere afterwards. They killed it, dude.
Couldn't have
They
been
were
cooler.
so understanding about like how we still wanted to do the show, but trying to figure out how to make it happen, and then we did, and it was like one of the most memorable experiences of my whole life.
Nobody batted an eye when I started drinking Rumplemans later that night. It was a
Nobody
perfect
said
experience.
That kind of night.
No.
That kind of night.
Somebody maybe should have, but like, you know what I mean. You gotta let the fucking...
You know, when you're blowing and nobody says anything, and they should have, but they didn't.
Sometimes the big dog runs off the leash, and you gotta let that happen.
No.
Sean, time for your fourth pick.
Friendly wager with a friend.
Oh,
you wanna gamble?
Yeah, so
You
like,
want to put some action on it.
you know, Blazers are playing. I'm like, I bet you, I got 10 on Portland. One of those, or you know, like I bet you I can do a backside nose grind 180 before you do. I'll bet you $10, something like that. Just a friendly
That'd be a
little
safe bet for you.
low stakes. Yeah, I would win that second one.
Unless I broke your fucking legs, and then neither one of us wins.
Then we all lose, man. Then we lose. We don't want to lose. We want to win.
I come in
But yeah,
neutral.
just a nice little $10 is right around the amount of money where it makes it fun, and you have some stakes in it, but you're not gonna be pissed if you lose. It's fun. Like, all right, here's your $10, dickweed, and then
No, yeah, I love gambling for $10.
I'll make a $10 wager with you right now.
what is it?
$10.
$10 says.
Marissa's middle name start with a vowel or a consonant?
Ooh, okay, so you want to actually go with odds for that because there's less vowels than
There's
consonants.
less vowels than consonants for sure.
You should go 3-1.
So do I get to pick?
It's not really a fair bet now that I think about it, but yeah, you get to pick.
Let's do if her middle name starts.
Okay,
with,
wait. Let's 13. The first 13 or second 13 letters of the alphabet.
Yeah, that's
All right,
the
great.
Nice.
I will take the first 13 letters of the alphabet.
All right, I'll take the back half.
We have 10 on it. Mars.
All right, guys, Venmo me the money. I'm the banker.
He's got the coins.
The first 13 is the smart bet, by the way. That's where all the fucking
That's where all
letters
the
are.
vowels are.
I have X. I have Z.
I know you do.
I have
You got
Y.
you got
What the
Q.
fuck happened? How the fuck did you just fucking... We should have drafted letters is what we should have done. That's
Well,
all right,
luckily
I'm doing
her middle
fine.
name is Xavier. So.
Your middle name's not Yak, is it?
No, it's S, so Stephanie is my middle
Shit.
name.
Fuck you!
I knew that.
Fuck you!
All right,
Yes!
Sam. I'm gonna send Sam the money. He'll get it to you.
Marissa, I'll send you 20. I'll send you $2.
Thanks.
Cool. And I'm going to pay Ian in Morgan head dollars.
See how much fun that was for everybody? $10 on a bet. There it is.
Marissa Stephanie Melnick, man. Hell yeah.
Nice,
Yep.
he's Doxter. Good work.
Oh damn it! Oh shit! Oh, God, I bet you can't guess her address. Amazing. That
Good
is
call,
fun.
Sean.
That was,
Yeah,
a,
that's
good, that was a
fun
good time.
Thank you. Thanks, bud.
I'm
Like,
like,
if you have 10 ones, you can play dice with your friends for like 4 hours.
That dude,
Oh,
we used to
yeah.
do that for shit. That would
Yeah.
have been a good pick. Yeah, that's We used to do that all the time. We'd even play on road trips. We would play Flip the ID, where we just get our driver's license out and flip it. If it landed face up, you won, and if it didn't, you lost.
Yeah. Don't take much sometimes. It's beautiful.
No, it just a couple of South Dakota boys on a skate trip in Kentucky. Let's play Flip the ID and drink a 40.
While the Kudlow report is on in the background on the hotel TV. Sam, time for your fourth and final picks.
Okay, guys. I'm buying a clown wig.
Yes. You sure are. You sure are.
I'm going to Party City. I'm picking out the cheapest wig. I'm wearing it out the store. Tags on.
Do you need a bag? Oh, no.
No.
That won't be necessary.
I'll be wearing
I'm wearing this out.
Yeah, man. Nice clown wig. That's fun. Wherever you go the rest of the day, everyone wants to talk to you.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
making friends with kids and adults. It's great.
I know you would love that. That's a good pick for you.
Yeah,
that
imagine
is
if we were having our
absolutely
wild
fantastic.
day where you're mooning people. Only way it gets more fun if I'm wearing a clown wig.
Then we're getting arrested for sure.
Yeah.
What happened? That fat clown and that black guy came up. You'd have to describe it, because I have to describe. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck was happening.
Well, Your Honor, it was about that time I saw the fat clown and the black guy drive by with his ass fully out.
Can you identify the ass? You have to do a lineup.
But not the clown, because our justice system's rigged.
Oh, that's awesome.
The clown walks
Yeah, man.
in funny shoes.
It's a good call.
Clown wig, man.
If
Easy
you
move.
had a preferred color hair for the clown wig, what would it be?
Rainbow, dummy.
Yeah, man, come on.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
It's
you're
your
right.
first day at the
This
wig
must be
store?
my first day over here. I apologize.
First day at the wig store.
Yeah. Rainbow, you might got maybe a couple bucks left over to buy some face paint. Whatever.
Oh, man.
Yeah, then you
Some
can go
wax
to the
lips.
Insane Clown Posse show, which I'd highly recommend because they're dope.
I got nothing bad to say about juggalos, man. Good
Dude,
people.
they're
love
killing it
community.
right now. They got that shirt that says "Fuck your flag," and it's just like I see like a juggalo burning a Confederate flag. It's awesome. They're doing it. They didn't cancel Sturgis this year, but they canceled the Gathering because they know what's up.
That's what's up.
Sturgis is safer, right?
Dude, Sturgis is so buck, dude. Of course
Are
they're
there
still gonna
laws?
do it.
Are there laws there?
Not a ton. I mean, you can't like kill people, but it's so Sturgis is a town like
Like, you
based
can't kill white
completely-
landowning males?
They don't own any land. Not in Sturgis, my friend.
It's right by Deadwood. I've been up there a bunch. It's a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
but it's like a ghost town unless during the rallies. So they have all these bars and things that have like huge decks and parking lots, but they're closed all year because nobody goes to Sturgis until the rallies, and then they make millions of dollars, and that's how it's crazy. It's gonna. I don't know.
Why is it in Sturgis?
I don't know. I really never. I'm sure there's something. A couple Hell's Angels went to Sturgis once or something, but yeah, it just ended up being like that's where they go. And I've been a couple times, and they, real bikers go. There's a lot of punks that go too now, but like real ass bikers still go, and it's fun.
I think they have it there because it was the way to be most disrespectful to the Lakota Sioux tribe. Yeah. Like, let's just go up there and litter and fucking burn rubber for 2 weeks once a year.
Let's bring our decibel machines up there to their placid lands.
Go
Yeah.
up there and litter and burn rubber for 2 weeks. That's
Sam,
funny.
for your final pick?
Okay, this one, I'm not sure. Also, my wife just woke up and told me our dog shat in the house, so that's pretty fun.
Gordy!
That was
Yeah.
me. I shit in the house and sat next to a sleeping dog. Sorry about that.
I would
Otherwise,
buy $10 worth of hot dogs and see how many I could eat in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 is the answer. 10 is what you could do.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
I
a
could do
brat
that.
champ.
I'm a knockwurst champion. I ate,
excuse me.
I think it was 22 knockwurst in 5 minutes, including buns. So
Are you
I think I could
serious?
Yeah, I'm the Denver County knockwurst eating champion 2016.
Dog.
I can't believe I
No,
didn't see that in the
not
newsletter. That's fucking. Are those the white ones?
Yeah, they were veal and pork
How many? 22 of them?
in 5 minutes, including buns.
Oh my god.
That is wild, man.
Hey, man, I know it's tough to hang out with a celebrity. But,
It is.
That's sick,
Yeah,
dude.
it's
I'm
very
stoked.
intimidating. Thank you for not telling us till the end of the podcast.
You're welcome. Yeah, I went outside and I was about to throw up or whatever because I just was a glutton in front of strangers for their entertainment.
Yeah.
And this guy named Biker Jim, who owns a hot dog place in Denver, came up to me and he gave me his business card and he was like, "You got some real skills, kid."
Man, tell me you still got that business card.
I don't. I have the blue ribbon somewhere, though.
Tell me you still got that knockwurst.
I do. It's in one of my valves in my heart.
It's locked. It's actually plugging up an extra hole I had there for some
I
reason.
love
My
knockwurst.
heart had a
It's so good.
knockwurst-shaped hole.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. You could probably take some bets and make some money off that $10. And you're eating hot dogs.
You might even have a good time eating 10 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
You're not going to have a bad time.
No.
All your friends, the neighbor kids could come over and cheer you on.
Right, you build a bond with the community that could not be broken.
Yeah.
Love it.
You're a hot dog guy. Nobody's robbing hot dog guy's house.
No.
Yeah.
If they do, I got a whole closet full of guns. So bring the fight to me.
Yeah. That's right. Plus those fucking Subway nunchucks. Sean, time for your final pick?
I'm gonna go buy a ridiculous domain name for a year and just have it.
Oh, was that
Right,
what that costs?
Yeah, right around there. Like Subway nunchucks or something would be a dank one.
What are some other ones you might buy?
Black ass clown wig.
Black ass clown wig. The boob site's already taken because I went there for my first time to see boobs on
That's
the
right.
internet, so I
Oh,
can't
well,
buy
I just
that.
bought Big Jug's rules, so you can't do that.
You know what's dank that I'm stoked on? That'd be a dank one to buy.
Oh yeah.
I should just go buy it right now. Yeah, it's like roughly $10. Some might be 12, some might be 8, but like you get it for like a year for like $10, somewhere in there. And yeah, it's just fun to have. You know, stankerdank.com is one that we did back in the day.
Stanker dank.
Do you remember Hopping Up? So we were gonna
This
put
was the
for,
South
like,
Dakota version.
yeah, I forget what it was. If it was like if we just put pictures of nugs up there and ask if they look stank or dank, or if it was like poop and weed. If we just like, is it stank or is it dank? Something. It was something funny.
You were going to have a website where people looked at pictures of poop and weed?
Go here, Mark Zuckerberg over here.
Yeah.
What a sliding doors moment for
Somebody
you.
called the Winklevoss twins.
Mark Zuckerberg, dude. Nobody ever said it like that, David.
Not a Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, my God.
Adam's getting so pissed at these stories I keep fucking up, but I'm like, well, if they're funny, who cares if I fucked them up? There's some truth in there somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what
You
it was.
also forget, man, think about so many crazy stories. Like, it's hard to
Yeah,
remember.
that's the thing with like when they all end up meshing, and you're like, I guess I don't know. All of that's true somewhere. All the details are true in something.
Pooporweed.com.
Yeah, instead of hot dogs with license, just find that says pooperweed.com.
What do you think it says? Poop or weed? Pretty clearly weed. And that one's
You can
clear.
get me trapped. You can get me trapped on that website for
This
hours.
one's got
I'd be like,
porn on it in it, so
Yeah.
I guess I gotta go poop.
I'd be
I think
sending
that's
the
cool.
Rubs thread photos like, yeah, this is poop, right, guys? I don't want my score to drop on pooperweed.gov, but I think this is poop.
I've got a 78% right now, and I like it there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there it is. Pooperweed.
David, time for your final pick?
Oh, man. This is just because we've been in the house so much. I would buy a pint and go to a comedy show.
Ooh.
Man,
You're so desperate you would go to a comedy show?
Well, I'd go to get drunk, but then my friends would be there.
Yeah.
I
I
just
would-
started
I
missing
wouldn't
it.
like watch the stand up probably, but
That's what I was thinking.
I don't watch stand up.
Yeah, you hang in the back.
Yeah. But for people who don't do stand up, that's like a fun thing to do.
I've always wondered, do you think that, and then everybody, do you think that you would enjoy going to stand-up shows if you never started doing stand-up? Do you think you would just like it like you like a movie?
Nah.
I went before I did.
I went to a couple of Sams before I did. I like
Yeah,
Sam.
you said you were inspired and your life was changed.
No, that's not.
Yeah, you did.
No, I saw you
That
at
was
the
when you guys were
404
doing whippets in the
with
parking
my
lot.
dad, remember?
Yeah, I have-
We had to watch Jordan Zuckerberg for 30 minutes.
I have the letter you sent me. You can front on the pod. But...
No, I sent you a letter after the first time I did a comedy club at the San Jose Improv.
Dear Sam Talent, no wonder talent is part of your name. You changed my life last night at the stand-up comedy show. I'm different now. I'm going to put the pint down and pick the mic up.
You can't spell same without Sam, and I feel like we are the same. Brothers, if you will.
Yours in Christ, David Boring.
My dad said, "You're the funniest boy he's ever seen, and that's my dad. So I think I'm going to be a comedian."
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to watch the show. I think I'd be jealous of the comedians having fun.
That's what happened to me. That's why I started. I was jealous of the host. And that's the host. That's the worst job.
You were, of all the comics that was the host, who you were like,
It was the only reasonable part where I was like, I could do what that fucking coward's doing, and then I didn't.
That's what David said in the letter he sent me.
Hey, what's up, you Mark? I can do what you do.
oh, man.
Time for my final pick, and I'm going to buy an off-brand Nerf football, get it all soaked with pool water, and then huck Shane on the side of the head with it.
That's a great way to close this out.
And I'd be like, "Hey Shane," so he looks over and then you just throw it, accidentally rupture his eardrum, but we all laugh way too hard anyways. I think my eardrum's ruptured. Shut up, coward, get in the pool. This is tight. God, those things, you know what, those are kind of reminiscent of a brick when they're all wet.
It's like a
that.
bit like a brick, yeah.
To put it in context for you, Sammy.
Thank you. I had no idea what you were talking about.
A brick of Nerf soaked with pool water. Just get it all sloshy.
Shane would lean around, "You've got some Nerf, pal," and we'd be like, "That was funny, but not as funny as you getting smoked, so
Yeah.
go to the hospital or whatever you got to do."
Tweet it at the president, Shane.
Is he doing that?
Oh, dude, Shane's taking him down one piece at a time. Shane
One
is
brick at a
dismantling.
time.
Yeah, dude.
Taking the White House down.
That's funny.
You'll
Shit's
notice
gonna be
the
in
approval
shambles.
numbers have been on a fucking escalator down to the basement lately, too. That's all Shane. So that's the final pick. To recap, Sam, you went first. You picked Putting It All on Black, 2 Subway footlongs, a $9.99 Morgan Head $half, a clown wig, and $10 worth of hot dogs and eating them in 10 minutes.
Yep.
Sean, you went second. You took Scratchy Lotto tickets, whatever you could get at Taco Bell, casually picking up the check at a coffee place, a friendly wager with a friend, you owe me $10, by the way, and then getting a domain name like weederpoop.com, for example. David, you went third. You went to see a matinee movie, a liquor store picnic, a hit of acid, going to a botanical garden, and then grabbing a pint and going to a comedy show.
It's a nice day.
I went last, and I took going to an arcade, getting some new socks, $20 or 20 tacos at Jack in the Box, a couple of $5 pre-roll joints, and then buying an off-brand Nerf football, getting all soaked with pool water, and then pelting Shane Torres in the side of the head with it.
We left some good stuff on the board.
I feel like we just picked up Nerf as a sponsor right now.
I hope we did.
It's
I
Nerf
hope
for
we
nothing
did.
for me. I've been saying that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Turn it all into pennies and then buy something from somebody I hate.
Team up with a homie and buy Sam's book because it's dope.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go. A jar of pickles, some peanut butter, and a loaf of bread, and convert everyone I know into peanut butter and pickle sandwich fans.
I'm in.
I had 240s in Taco Bell, which is kind of like the liquor store picnic, and I already picked Taco Bell, but we used to do that quite a bit. It's like get a
Yeah.
couple 40s,
Oh,
and
yeah.
whatever was left with the 10, we'd get Taco Bell and just hang out at Frat's crib or something and be like,
Hell yeah.
this is a dope day.
Yeah, I had 240s and a pack of the cheapest cigarettes.
God, did we all have a version of 240s?
A cameo from goth comedian Oliver Graves. I don't know who that is.
Oh my
I
god,
don't know
that's
who that
hilarious.
is, but they're on Cameo. I went to try to find a $10
that
one.
is dope, dude. Good call.
Oh man, that's
A
hilarious.
box of microwave popcorn and then renting a movie like on Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real dank. God, nice toilet paper, like a shitload of nice toilet paper was one.
Oh yeah.
I had 2 bouquets of fresh cut flowers.
Oh, lovely.
Yep.
Lovely,
Yeah,
lovely.
I got, except for kind of the liquor store picnic and go to a matinee, I got what I wanted, so I'm happy. I got my
Yeah, I got all my shit.
Oh, other than the Subway nunchucks, me too.
Dude.
Well, we want to hear your picks. All family everywhere, all fantasy everybody. Hit us up at All Fantasy Pod on Twitter, allfantasypodcast@gmail.com. Shout out to everyone on the AFE Patreon. Thank you for holding us down.
For real.
Shout out to everyone on the AFE subreddit. We love you. Shout out to fucking super duper producer Marissa Melnick.
Yo, yo, yo.
Sean, you look like you have something to say.
I just found out that Haji Beats and Nelly Furtado are together.
Nice.
Wow.
Good for
Did you
him.
know that?
No, I
Good for
did not
her.
know that. Good
I
for
didn't know
both of
Haji
them.
Beats.
Yeah.
was a gentleman. I had no idea who Haji Beats was this
What?
whole time. I've never known.
How
Never
did you
known.
just find out? Did you get a Google alert?
Someone sent a screenshot on the gram. I mean, I knew Haji Beats was something. I just didn't know it was a person, and that person was a man, and that man was with Nelly Furtado.
I guess he
all
followed
three of
Shout
those
out to
things.
Haji Beats.
Good
Yeah,
for
shout out to
him.
Frankie Ocean. Shout out to Sid the Dude. Shout out to I don't know, loungewear. Shout out
Slides.
to
Shout out to Slides.
tracksuits. Shout out to Slides.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, shout out to, fuck, man. Everyone being dope, putting good energy into the world. Shout out to you if you're doing that.
Absolutely. And fucking shout out to Pelton Shane Torres on the side of the face with a wet Nerf football.
Yep.
Shout out to Sammy's book.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy that book at samtalent.com. It's very good.
2 L's.
2 L's.
Yeah, hopefully Sean doesn't buy the domain name. Turns
I'm
it into
gonna go buy that
Poopa-Wee.
book. I'm pumped.
Don't buy it on Amazon either, you jerks. Buy it off me.
Yeah.
Weedorpoop.com.
Shout out to weederpoop.com. And more important than all that, tune in again next week for another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything.
Chicklockety.
That was a headgum podcast. This is a headgum podcast.
This episode of All Fantasy Everything is brought to you by Yellowbird. Homegrown in Austin, Texas, Yellowbird classic hot sauces include 5 different flavors that are packed with farm-fresh ingredients and 0 artificial additives, made daily and packaged in their squeeze bottle technology so you can control the exact amount of fiery flavor with every single bite. Now, y'all know I love a hot sauce. I think the entire Good Vibes gang is known to love a hot sauce, so this is right up my alley. I was thrilled about it. It's kind of a no-brainer for me that the sriracha is going to be my personal favorite. It's sriracha, but like with a Texas twist. It's not too hot, not too spicy. It's right in the middle. It's a medium, and I will throw it on everything. They're non-GMO, vegan, and gluten-free. All fantastic. Could not recommend it more. And you know I love my hot sauce. This is right at the top of the list. So give it a shot. Find your fiery flavor at yellowbirdfoods.com and use the promo code ALLFANTASY for 20% off your next order. Go on, get lost in the sauce.
This is All Fantasy Everything, the podcast where we fantasy draft anything and everything from pop culture, from nicknames we wish we had to iconic facial hair and everything in between. On this week's episode, we're drafting Guilty Pleasures, because why not enjoy everything you can right now? Everything else is a nightmare. Our guest concluding the month of Kate-tober is Katie Nolan. I'm your host, Ian Carmel, and joining me, as always, are Sean Jordan and David Bory. Let's get to the episode. Welcome to another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything, the podcast that went for a nice little walk to a farmer's market earlier, holding a tote bag, swung by a bakery, and then went to the grocery store to buy a roasting chicken.
I mean, that's all we need.
Were you doing needlepoint? Sean, were you doing needlepoint?
It did look like Sean was doing needle
I
point.
was lacing up some shoes, and I apologize. I looked at, I was just finishing lacing them as we started all this. Then we got
It's
talking.
Just, as it's not my podcast, the most fun part for me is being able to watch you realize it was your turn to talk and you had kind of left Ian. Like, I also could have bailed him out, but I really enjoyed watching you continuing to lace a sneaker and then to go, what's up? Yeah, well, that's a farmer's market, buddy. You don't say.
Listen, I got some new shoes for my birthday. I
Yep.
bought myself
Okay.
some shoes, and I'm gonna skateboard in them. And I can't leave things unlaced or undone or whatever. I get a little obsessive about it. There was like 4 more eyelets to go, and I did it. And I apologize. I'll never leave you guys hanging like that again.
I was fine. I'm strong.
Speaking of Islets Fisher, Isla Fisher, Sacha Baron Cohen, the new Borat movie is good.
There he goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you said that like the other Borat movie wasn't good?
also good. But it seemed like the movie that would be really hard to make a good sequel for, but I feel like they nailed it.
Yeah, you know why I think it works is because he wasn't afraid to hand off a lot of it to that woman that was his co-star.
Who was phenomenal. She was so good.
Like, that's a hard thing to do. You make Borat, then you make another Borat, and you're like, I'm gonna trust this other person to kind of run with it here. But that's what you have to do. Otherwise, it's like, okay, we get it. My wife, we get it. We don't keep making the same joke.
I like that he gave us a couple of my wives in it,
He
too.
did.
Yeah,
He gave us a couple little things from the last movie.
Yeah.
How was that part with Rudy Jules as scathing as said to be?
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
gross.
seemed as salacious as, like, the Twitter thing made it seem. I didn't, like... When I first saw it, I was like, surely it won't be as gross as it looks. But, like...
It looks so gnarly on that still shot.
I mean, look, even if he... Because I do think it looked like he was tucking in his shirt, at least at first. Either way, you wouldn't do that in a room. Like, it would be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I've had audio people who go out of their way to make me make me feel less uncomfortable. That actually makes me feel more uncomfortable. It's a weird thing in our industry when someone reaches for your mic and you're like, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah, you do.
So, like, it is a weird moment, but everyone in the room is aware, and just he didn't seem at all worried about anyone feeling weird about him shoving his hand out his pants.
Usually not the reporter, probably, who takes your mic
No,
off. And, like...
and if she attempts to...
And they went to another room. They went to the bedroom to do it, to have a drink, and then take his mic. It was all... He put his hand on her waist. She was supposed to be like a teenage... It was all weird.
I don't know. I was trying to remember if they made it clear she was supposedly a teenager in front of him.
I don't know.
Not that that makes a fucking difference. She's a reporter at work. But
Yeah.
it was just like, you can't assume that he was told that she was 15.
It seemed like he was ready if it turned
Which she
into a
wasn't.
blowjob.
Yes, it's like I'm parsing out details on a thing that does not matter. It was uncomfortable, but the movie was kind of touching.
It had a lot of heart. I really liked it.
It's weirdly touching.
It's, like,
I feel
very
weird
sweet.
saying it. Yeah, it's a perfect movie to start off this topic draft, because I'm like, I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I liked it too. It made me so happy. Also, Sacha Baron Cohen, the trial of Chicago 7. I loved it.
I just watched that. I thought he did
I
great.
haven't seen that.
Oh, it's on Netflix. It's an Aaron Sorkin, and he plays Abby Hoffman in it.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
Bostonian. Yeah, and Jeremy Strong is in it there too. The